Armaku again with it.
Wow, no whiff punish again, letting him get away. Leaving damage on the table.
The down back 3, a big low there.
Lots of blows in a row here from Ice Phone.
Nice. Floats him with the jab. We should go to the wall here with the combo. All right, that different combo. Down back 3. Keep him in check. Regular throw.
Wow,
broken.
no break. Get back to work.
And the raise trap up him. Side step forward. Nice block and punish. Back 2. Doesn't finish the string. Down 1, 2 plus frames.
Oh no. The R3, the classic.
That's actually a
I
classic
feel like
there.
every character has a shoulder barge combo ender at the wall.
Oh, but the
there's a
health are coming
lead.
out now. Armaku knows he knows he has to make something happen right now because
Yeah,
Ice Phone
definitely.
might run away with this.
Interrupts with the 1-1. Oh, and does it himself and gets a float. Oh no, doesn't get all of it. Oh, the wall running 2. But it's a high, so it didn't hit him in the low position.
Oh,
Wow, back throw. First one of those we've seen.
I've never seen Claudio's back throw before. He throws him down to the ground.
Up 4.
Rage drive, and this should be round for Ice Phone. Keep it simple. Nice.
Yeah. Confident, calm, collected victory there for Ice Phone 5. He had a moment of kind of observing what Armaku wanted to throw out. And, you know, once he'd understood that there were openings he could use, he just went straight in. And, yeah, really, really good optimization of situations there, that first game.
Yeah, I really wasn't sure how to take it, you know, seeing, you know, Ice Phone with the first stand, no stats, the tech and prowess is low, but you can never judge a book by its cover. You see right there. Maybe that's what Armaku did. Wasn't prepared, was like, who's this first down scrub? I'm just going to destroy him. And then tried it, and Ice Phone was having absolutely none of it. Takes the first game. And Armaku has his task ahead of him right now.
I feel like Bob players need a bit of, you know, encouragement. They need a bit of a push out of the gate, you know, because sometimes what can happen with Bob players is because he is kind of high risk, high reward. They don't know how to start out, you know. They want to start with small, slow pokes, but when that doesn't work out, then you do get the bigger moves. You know, the hell sweeps start coming, like you saw him introduce later on. But a lot of the time, Bob's wins come from comeback situations where it's worth going for the risk. I need the crouch dash 1, even though it's high. I need the hell sweep, even though it's like minus 26 or whatever. I need these things so that I can get back into the round. And that's where often you see the clutch gameplay come in. So I feel like he just needs to get more confident with these big risky things because Bob is essentially a risky character. If you want to be super effective with him, you can't be scared of taking risk all the time. You have to look for the openers where they lay.
I really saw like once Armaku started going for the hell sweeps, he really started to open up Ice Phone. He started to look really lost there. He wasn't blocking them, wasn't even hop kicking to try and dissuade him from doing that. So that's why I want to see more of Armaku. Just get those hell sweeps going, and you can get the hell sweeps going with Kazuya as well.
Hey, there you go. I was going to say it's quite ironic that you don't see a Claudio going for many hop kicks, you know, because the up 4 is just such a classic launcher, isn't it? It's very hard to whiff punish if you're out of range, and it's very fast if you want to interrupt it. So one of the go-to things, especially if you want to dissuade slow approaching low attacks, you know. But yeah, well, maybe we'll see some this game. Who knows?
I mean, I know you're going to be happy to see a Kazuya here.
Oh, finally, let's go. In my nice leather Mac. Oh, and speaking of hop kicks, I think he was listening to commentary straight away with the up 4. Into Starburst Figure goes low.
Oh, no, the
down back 3.
I'm at 3 again, but a trade, not the worst thing in the world. And the running 2 ends it. And Ice Phone is running away with this right now.
Damn. Definitely stealing it all.
Okay.
There we go. Yep, 4-4-2.
Great low parry there from Ice Phone. Really on point right now. Going to build Starburst with this combo. That's it for nice block and punish.
While running 2.
Oh, but the back one gets through. That's such a strong move. The hot kick set for Oki. That's it for gets a counter hit, a guaranteed down back 3 as well. Hell sweep, this should be it with the wall right there.
Yes, and he takes it. Kazuya on the board. Let's go.
But the 2-2, the second hit just coming out of nowhere there.
Yeah.
He definitely wasn't ready. There's the electrics. Oh, Starburst kind of wasted right there.
The back 3-3 catches him there. While running 2 again. What's it going to be? Kazuya backing up there. Oh, 4-4-4.
Nice
over
use
to the
of
wall.
back
Not over just yet. Gets up with it. Oh, goes for the range trap, but he blocks it. Oh, down forward 1-4, no duck. And again, man, that wall running 2 is so quick. It is high, but it's really fast. You got to be so ready for that. For the electric now. Slash kick, trying to add some pressure here.
Yeah, Armaku is kind of lost right now.
Down back 3 blocks.
No punish at all there.
We'll take that though. Get something going. Okay.
Again, just the float, just the challenge. Ice Phone, you cannot stop him from pushing buttons.
Side step 3. Okay, stays down. Stature kick.
This is a good start here, but the Beyblade, let it rip, and just like that, Ice Phone should be going to the wall. No Starburst and no proper wall combo. Hop kick, nice punish.
One more hit's gonna do it. Oh, he's blocking. I don't think he pressed the button.
Yeah, excellent patience.
If he'd have pressed any buttons, that might have been it.
I actually had so little health, I actually don't think
it might have killed it. Yeah, like a downfall. Okay, he's woken up here. Look at this.
That's what you like to see. Looks like Armaku could have this round and his first game on the board.
He's trying to
punish that.
Look at 1+2.
Yeah,
and it's looking good here for game 2 now. Only needs one more hit.
That's not the punish there.
There it is, the stature kick for the 7 golden letters. And what a nice turnaround. Bob couldn't quite kick it into 6th gear, but then Kazuya came in and definitely was doing some speed there.
Yeah, I mean, Kazuya can really get the party started. So once we got to that final round, the electric's finally getting crisp, his execution's warmed up, and he takes that first game, or his first game. It's now all tied up 1-1. And for those of you at home, every single game today, including winners, losers, and grand finals, is going to be all first of 2, best of 3 actions. So it's just like great practice throughout the rest of the day. You know, no matter where you are in the bracket, it's always going to be that first of 2. So this is it. This is the longest the set is going to be. We're going to the final game right now. And I'm on Ice Phone. You know, I'm thinking to myself, let me get my head back in the game. I feel like he took his fourth pedal a little bit.
A little bit, indeed. Yeah, he looked more comfortable against Bob as well. I saw that. I noticed that a little bit. Also, when Kazuya came into play, I'm not sure he knew what to expect, you know, quite from Armaku. But yeah, the turnaround was great. There was a moment there when I think it was 2 rounds to 1 where there was a real big turnaround in momentum. And then, like you said, the electric started getting introduced. Big damage was there, and ending it with the 7 golden. I mean, what better way to make a statement right there? So yeah, 1 apiece here. I don't know what's going to happen now. You know, I do see an angle where Claudio can still take this.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like it was. I think the only round that was truly decisive was that final round, but Ice Phone is still looking super good. Everything is on point. Just needs to calm down, keep his head in the game.
Keeping cool is one of the biggest struggles in tournament. You know, just to be yourself. That's the biggest challenge in any tournament. Be your normal, regular self. Can you deliver the goods like you do on a regular day when you're playing online at home? You know, and that's the challenge here. So here we go. Final game in this opening top 8 match. Armaku versus Ice Phone 5. Claudio, Kazuya.
We're going to the G-Corp helipad this time. So breakable walls will be in effect. So extra damage for both characters up for grabs.
All right, let's go. Yeah, I do like this stage, actually. I've seen some funky combos. Wall-to-wall Facebook combos. All right, so side step to be blocked.
It's always a good sign.
Yeah. 1, 1, 2. Looking for the safe mid option.
I'm just kind of looking for a launch right now. There's the first one. There was actually a float with a...
oh, no, we're punished. That was a premium opportunity there. Gone. Like a special offer. One time only.
1 health sweep. Nice start. Back one gets the wall as well. That wall splash from so far away. And just like
man,
that,
you sidestep 4. Hit him on the ground.
What stay down there. The thing about Claudio,
and the up 4, the hop kick.
That's the thing. Claudio's game is so deadly right now. That side step 4, then the back one, then with the down 4-3 hit confirm, how easy that has become.
He's not letting him get anything here. Down back 3 and trying to rush him down with the 4-4-3 afterwards. 4-4-4-2 afterwards.
Just threatening the second down 2.
Down 2, yeah.
A bit of a scrappy round. He blocked the hell sweep, didn't launch, but eventually took the round anyway. And just like that, Ice Phone has switched the momentum back in his favor straight away. Nice break on the 1+2.
The scary thing is when the round doesn't go that well for either guy, but the other guy still gets you, still clutches it, you know?
Look at this. Armaku starting to get pressure going. He needs that nice flow, and he converts.
Flow, nice.
You get the wall. Nice combo.
Flats. What's next? 4-4-4. 1-1-2 now.
Nice.
All right. Battling back here, pushes himself into a 4th round.
Armaku's adjusted well as well. When he sees Ice Phone does his 1-2 jabs, he just interrupts again. He just does his own jabs because he knows it's not plus, and he's always trying to take his turn off that, and it's not his turn. Okay.
He has to be really careful of that hop kick. There it is. Just as I could smell it. I was ready for that -13 electric. All right, and the side step 4s are doing big damage near the health. It's going to get the wall.
Nice.
into the race drive now. There's a chance. Devil Kazuya.
I don't know if I agree with this choice.
Oh, and he doesn't care. I don't care about your transformation, says iPhone 5.
Just a hop
I'm going to
kick.
do my hop kick anyway.
Just
Sails
a hop
himself
kick.
into the next round of winners. What a set.
That's unfortunate. There, just the hop kick was just really the difference maker. That you literally called it straight right before, and there
like,
it was.
Because it was one of them situations where he had enough of a lead in terms of rounds. He had enough of a life lead in the game, so that even if it blocked, he could have taken the punish. And it was just a really interesting situation to break Armaku's momentum. He had a good combo. He'd landed the slash kick. He had plus 11 frames, and he just needed something now. Hell sweep, electric downfall, and that hop kick was the breaking point. That was shutting down all your options, and executed it perfectly.
Yeah, just very unfortunate there. But that will not be the end of Armaku. Armaku will go down into a lower bracket, and Icephone will move on into the winners semi-final. So when we take a look at the bracket, we'll know who will be playing after that, depending on the winner of those games. But that was such a great start. You see there, even playing Rectified Damus or Divine Exorcist, or you see Armaku just move down into that lower bracket. So it's not all doom and gloom for the most part. But a great start there from Icephone.
Indeed. Big shout out to the graphics team. Awesome, beautiful graphics on display here. Look at this perfect blue and white composition, absolutely phenomenal. And yes, there we see Icephone 5 marching forward there in the winner's side, and he's going to be taking on the winner of Damus versus Divine Exorcist 4. So that's going to be our next game, I do believe. So do we know who these two actually use?
So Divine Exorcist is actually a Claudio player as well.
I think there are like 3 Claudios in this bracket.
There are 3 Claudios in this top 8. Also a Claudio player that uses Lars as a sub character. Also only 19 years old, a young one.
Wow,
we had some young ones earlier.
That's some young guns
well.
in the EU one, didn't we?
Yeah.
Amazing stuff. Wow.
Like I mentioned it earlier, Tekken 7 been like the most accessible Tekken. I find that we get so many young people coming through in this game, and it's nice to see the future of this game is in good hands.
Indeed. Yeah. Indeed. We have player cards for the incoming match. Let's run over and check those out and see what we're in store for. So here we go. Here he is, fightinggm, GM Fizzle, the man himself, 31 years of age, a very seasoned veteran from New York City. And he is going to be here to do some serious damage in this tournament. No losses. The first card with no losses so far. And this is, definitely an impressive record. That the good old golden Magic 7 for the win. And he's going to try and increase that number here in this tournament. But he's going to have Ikebasu standing in his path. Only 19 years of age, as Kay was
Another
mentioned.
one.
So, lots of young talents here in this tournament. Also a very impressive resume here. Only 3 losses. Definitely a strong contender here in this match. And maybe it comes down to how much knowledge he has on Anna as a character. Maybe that's part of it.
I mean, I feel like someone like fightinggm is going to be... Is going to be ready for a matchup like this. Any character comes, you've been playing for that long,
100%.
You've definitely got to be ready for the character. I feel like this is the fan favorite right now. The guy everyone at home is looking forward to see fightinggm. So, Ikebasu has two opponents. The first is fightinggm, and the second is the crowd. Everyone at home that wants to see GM win. So, it'd be nice to see them pull off this upset today. But fightinggm, undefeated coming into this, someone who is probably the favorite to take it all the way. Is if I had to put money on this, that's what I'd do. But I'm not putting money on this because I'm an unbiased commentator that doesn't believe any side will win. I just wait
down
for the
middle, completely unbiased. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. I'm actually wondering who he's going to go with. Are we going to get the straight up Li Chaolan, or are we going to see some geese mixed into the pot here? That's also something I'm looking out for. And I wonder if Ikebasu has any sub characters. Is it straight Anna, or are there any subs in the mix? So 2 questions there that we are yet to see, I guess. But I do think it's probably going to be Lee versus Anna straight up. So looking forward to that momentarily. While the guys get loaded into the set.
Yeah, I mean, fightinggm is definitely is probably the scariest guys look through throughout this bracket. This is someone who, when Arson Ash came to America, fightinggm said, I want to play this guy in a set, beats him. Something that very few players internationally can say that they've done. He has that underneath his belt. Arson Ash, potentially the greatest player in the world, top 2 in the world currently, people will say. So, definitely the name that when you're looking.
I went to Germany for a tournament, and fightinggm came. JDCR came, and a couple of others. And I remember this one point of the evening where fightinggm said, I want to play him. And he pointed at JDCR. And they had a crazy set. And fightinggm was losing 4-2. And he came all the way back and he beat JDCR 5-4. He beat him. He didn't get a close set and lose. He won the entire set. So fightinggm is no joke. Anyone that doesn't know about what this guy can do needs to watch this set.
Yeah, and it's actually rocking the Violet instead of Lee today. Remember, they are two separate characters, you know, for those of you who want to have that argument. And also 22,000 player match games right there. This is
insane. I was looking at that as well. I was like, yo, this guy's
loyal to the PlayStation. Absolutely loyal. You see,
you
see the win streak as well.
Man's got the 11 there as well. Not intimidating at all.
If I'm Ikebasu, I'm gonna be like, really, you have to do this. But nice use of the counter there. We should go into the water combo.
I mean, you come this far, you're in top 8. You can't afford to let anyone intimidate you now, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So here we go. Oh, nice dark. And look at this first round from Ikebasu, right? He says, I don't care about your resume. What are you saying now? Wow, what a round.
It doesn't matter if you have 22,000 wins if you can't get this one.
Definitely going to put a spanner in the works there. Ikebasu is doing a good job of it so far. Look at this.
Very nice hit.
What? Oh, if he'd have got around that and launched, oh my goodness me.
Down 3, nice use of the hitman step.
Trying to bait with the slide motion.
Yeah,
no, that's going to be it.
Yeah, no punishment.
And back in play.
That is big stuff like flip kicks. You have to be punishing those. Getting so much damage on the table.
Yep. Oh, trade. Works out in Basua's favor.
Slight life lead as well. Down 3 to answer. Punish that. Nice.
Nicely done. Looking ready for the matchup, I must say. Get scooped up like ice cream. Okay. What's it going to be? This time he goes mid. No slide again. Baited it once more this time. Second time to the wall, mid.
And
GM's really turning this game around.
Just needs one more round here to take the first game. They keep putting up
I love this music. It's so hype.
Definitely good. Nice.
Even if you don't feel like playing, you hear this track, you want to play first 10 immediately.
The grip from the 4-4-2 gets nothing for it. But the magic 4, and they should be no drops the combo. But it doesn't matter,
man.
Yeah, fightinggm brings it right back, and that's one
so
Leah's famously inconsistent. So situations like that, you're gonna see quite a bit maybe throughout. Sorry, Violet's. Sorry, it's Violet.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah. No, all good. I got you.
Violet is terribly inconsistent. So things like that can happen. But you know, I find Violet and Leah is kind of this character that's very, I feel like, underused because they're such a strong character, but I feel like it takes a lot to get the full potential out of this character.
Yeah. A lot of dedication.
There are a few people that really want to put in the effort to play that character, but I feel like someone like fightinggm, I mean, 22,000 wins just for that character in player match alone shows you his dedication to the character right there. So a good first start there. And Ikebasu still had some things going. I'd like to see a bit more. I don't think we saw a single full crouch mix in full crouch down 4-2 all the while setting 2 there. And you know, that's kind of Anna's bread and butter, and you really need to get that going.
The time for him to express himself was definitely in the beginning of the second round, because he got the first round very convincingly and he had a little bit of control. But what happened was he didn't get going, he didn't initiate, and he let fightinggm start his stuff. And from the moment fightinggm started his stuff, he was on the back foot from that point on and didn't really get to initiate the same way as he could have early in the set. So yeah, it's one of those things where, you know, it's first come, first serve. There's an open platform. Who's going to strut their stuff first? Who's going to go out into the circle and start breakdancing? You know, it's just, once he had the first shot, you know, but then once he didn't use that, he let fightinggm get the wheel, and that was it. He just gave away the reins. And look what the scary thing about a top player like that is, look what they can do once you do give them control, you know? So yeah, scary stuff.
That's exactly why this guy's a favorite to take this tournament here today. You know, you look at the back of the name that really jumps out at you is fightinggm.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like it's kind of like after the first round, he had kind of like already had his download complete and ready to go. I remember talking to Spag and Bobsy about this, and they said, you know, something that Nin used to say is it takes 2 rounds to download your opponent. Call that the Nin theory. Does fightinggm only need 1? You know, is he like, no, it takes 2? No, it takes me 1 actually. So
yeah. Definitely depends on your opponent and depends on the setting. It can take more than 2 rounds, and it can take 5 seconds. It really depends. So yeah. All right, so game 2 now, gearing up to go ahead here. Let's see if Ikebasu can turn the tide a little bit in this second game. That first game was definitely 110% fighting PM.
He's kept the streak as well. I feel like that's the heartbreaking thing.
Is he going to keep the streak the whole tournament? Oh my gosh.
I definitely think it's possible.
That would be actually insane. We need to have a poll for that. Is fightinggm going to keep the streak?
Oh, nice. Oh, went for the acid ray punish. Almost got whilst at a 3 nice interrupt. The down 3, one more hit does a hit, and there it is. That's what I want to see. The full crouch down 4-2. Get the mixes going. Go for it again. Just stays down this time. Very smart there from fightinggm, but one more hit should do it for him. And the down 4s come out.
Oh, man. All right, round 2.
Oh, the forward 4. Such a tricky move to deal with there. It's just a string, no punish from fightinggm.
This music's hype as well. Oh, nice power crush there from Adaptation. This is sick. Oh, man. Oh, nice. Gets the low snap. Full crouch down 4-2.
That's what I want to see more of. Just raw mix, get in his face, force the issue.
Yeah, he didn't want to go in, but there's a power crush. It's looking good for him this round.
Should have it. Didn't finish the string. Is he going to regret that?
Oh, and again the slide bait, and he's 3 for 3 on slide baits into mid. At this point, you should probably just take the slide at least once, right?
I mean, all Ikebasu had to do is finish that string, and he would have had the round. And now look how this has gone.
Oh, all right, steps on in. Wow.
Okay. Oh, nice.
In the back, lumbago combos.
That was so nice there.
Game.
That is the round for fight. That is just the experience of a true veteran, recognizing the situation, side walking to the back, getting the string. Some people as well would, like, they get to the back, they'll just do like a hop kick or something, like get a generic launcher, but he knows the string he can do for full launch, takes it, and just like that, fightinggm will move on 2-0. But Ikebasu, I feel like this is someone that definitely has potential. I'd love to see more of. It was just unfortunate that your first game in this top 8 had to be fightinggm.
All right, so with that said, let's check a look. Let's check out the bracket, and then we see fightinggm marching forward confidently into that winners semi-final match on the other side, away from iPhone 5, the Claudio. And yeah, those two, Armaku and Ikebasu, have now dropped down there into the lower bracket here. So we'll be seeing more from them a little bit later on. It might be either Damas versus Divine Exorcist or Sense Sonic versus Lemus Alejandro.
I do believe our next game is going to be Sense Sonic versus Lemus Alejandro. So yeah, this is the other name in the bracket that really jumps out to me. Sense Sonic is the name I've been hearing whispered throughout the woods of North America as someone to look out for. A little bit of a hidden legend, someone to really keep around in this bracket, someone I've been told about quite a bit. I'm actually looking forward to finally get to see play here today. And I believe Lemus Alejandro is the older brother of Divine Exorcist, the one who was able to win one of the Evo online warm-ups over in Mexico. So, you know, it's lovely to see all this competition, all the names that I haven't heard of and seen before. And if you guys want to be one of those names, you can also sign up and compete, get involved at compete.playstation.com. You know, these are tournaments that are open for everyone. Everyone can get involved. The one thing that's great is like all the tournaments are like integrated on your PlayStation.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And like, they have a ton of games to be a part of. Call of Duty Cold War, FIFA 2021, NBA 2K21, and Mobile Suit Gundam as well. So yeah, there's a ton of games over there. Compete.playstation.com every month. I mean, it's not just a one-off thing. Every month there's action and you can win money. Perfect. Yeah.
This is the Open Series final for July for this month. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to see how the rest of these games go. We'll have our player card of Sense Sonic and Lemus Alejandro very soon. For you guys, I say soon, it's right there. We have Sense Sonic stepping up all the way down from Mississippi. You see there, 25 years old, so a bit on the mid-20s. That's still young. It's older than me. I don't know how I can say this young, but whatever. You see
and there we go, 93% win streak. That's really impressive.
I think it's almost, what's also impressive is like the high number of matches as well, like 46 and a 93% win rate. That is very high. Only 3 of those 46 games being losses, so definitely someone to be scared of. But Lemus Alejandro from Mexico, 22 years old.
Yeah, and of course, when you talk about Eddie in that area, we do think of Abel del Mastro. There's lots of strong Eddies over there in that region. Wins 9, losses 4. That doesn't really mean anything at this point because Eddie is one of those characters where you could be really good but just end up with 4 losses. Do you know what I mean? So he's in the top 8 though, so he's won some matches to get here. All of these guys, they're here in the top 8, so it does mean something, and these guys are good players and ready to go. So looking forward to this next game.
Yeah, definitely someone to, I think, a character who you don't have experience against can be a bit scary. And yeah, like you're saying, there only 13 games. It means it's not. I don't think it's not enough of a test to see how much you really have come. Compared to like on the other side, 60+ games.
Yeah.
So and I guess again, name as well. Like Sense Sonic is someone that's really someone to watch out for. From what I've been hearing, we're quite excited to watch him play. One thing I've learned as well is, there's a bunch of characters that he has at his disposal. Saying his main is Claudio, also says he plays Lars and Alyssa as a main, and there's sub characters of Gamryu, Noctis, and Negan. So that's a wide character variety.
Definitely, a lot of variety. I mean, characters we haven't seen today. So yeah, I'll definitely be interested to seeing some Negan. That could be super hype, always a good character to watch. But here is our second Claudio of the day. Let's see, going up against Eddie Gordo.
And Sense Sonic. Sense Sonic has you see that purple prowess on his name, the purple color. That's something I've been grinding for a long time. I really want that purple color next to my name, but I try so hard.
Well, how do you get that?
You just need to up your. So you see the Tekken prowess number? It needs to be at 530,000.
Oh, right, and then you get that. Okay.
Yeah, then your name changes to that color.
This guy's been grinding hard.
So
nice, ready for the duck.
When you see someone,
playing games means nothing.
When you see someone duck a string like that,
straight away,
you know they're ready.
This guy's here to play, isn't it? Oh, but there's the up 4 now. He's trying to challenge him.
Should go to the wall here? No, just
not
shy.
Quite.
But build Starburst. That's the thing with the stage. I still can't find the walls all the time.
Yeah. It's a little bit tricky there. Oh, and he goes low. Definitely a more unusual option. Definitely people opt for the mid more often than not there. All right. Oh, scoops him up.
No, I want to see Sense Sonic use way more of that back three as well, especially in this matchup. Very good at flowing Eddie. Very good at catching me relaxed.
Oh my goodness me! What a power crush. Alejandro is ready.
I'm like, three though, not ready for that.
No, not indeed. And
there he goes.
Like you said, back
three.
Picking him up.
Nice, just challenging there. Lemus Alejandro right now is definitely a bit relentless right now.
Well, what is going on? He's just throwing it all out now.
I like that patience though.
Rage art?
That's gonna work out.
Does it?
It's gonna put Sense Sonic in rage here right now. And one thing about Claudio players is they do not hold on to their rage. He's probably just gonna wake up and rage drive straight away.
He's tied it all up, man. One more hit's gonna do it here.
There's the rage drive and the back one. Nice.
What? That looked crazy. Back 2 versus 1+2.
That was very nice there to use the out of range for the punish. That is the correct punish, just no space. I like to use the back one there in that situation just to beat any homing attack he could have tried. Any evasive move he could have tried. So very nice.
Yeah. Going for it again.
So that's before.
So yeah, that was the back one actually. Yeah.
Very nice.
Nip up, guaranteed.
Yeah. Sometimes it's best to just get hit by the give up.
Yeah.
Goes for the Beyblade, doesn't care, and the counter hit. Is it dead? Well, it's going to be very close.
One more hit's going to do it, and he goes low and takes it. Wow. Match point to Lemus.
Did we float that? Yes, with back 3. Sense Sonic knows what he should be doing. Oh, he gets a reset here. Lemus
right? There was
not
no
teching.
tech on there. He didn't want to take the mix-up.
Oh, but back 3 again. He just can't stop him.
Into the nip up, carries on the combo. Oh, no duck on that.
The unbreakable throw, you have to duck that. Again! Do it again.
Rinsing it on
him. No, just do it again. Don't do anything except that throw. Do it again. And the mix-up goes for the lower, and just I think you can react to that. I don't even think that's a real mix-up there.
Wow. What a game that was there. Lemus Alejandro looking really strong. I mean, like you said, in that opening round where he just ducked the first high in the string that came and did the while standing 2 punish, like you knew this guy is good, straight away.
You definitely know they know what they're doing. So that's definitely scary, especially since Sense Sonic is the other name in this bracket that I was told to really look out for. I think the fact that, you know, Lemus Alejandro puts up such a good first start against that, that's definitely scary and makes him another player I want to look out for in this bracket. But, you know, I'm expecting good things from Sonic. I'm glad that you see the knowledge there, you know, back three to float relax. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
But if he does want to opt for a character switch here, he said one of his side characters is Noctis, and Noctis is probably Eddie's worst matchup. Noctis does very good in this matchup. It's easy for him to float relax. Down back 1/1+2, the daggers always gets him up. Down 2/2. Yep. He has great things to do with Eddie. So if he does want to switch characters, he does have that. But the Claudio was looking good. It just came down to a few small things here and there.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I'm not sure we're going to see Noctis. It would be a good pick, but it didn't look like Claudio can't get the job done. But I don't know, Lemus is so confident. He's really going for big things. He's even starting relaxed dance combos at the back of the screen and then moving in with them. You know, he's very, very confident here. So, yeah, interesting. I'm not sure what the counter is going to be there. Maybe getting a few more whiff punishes and really forcing him to not whiff, you know, because he's leaving him alone at the back where he's starting stuff and not interrupting strings. So maybe that's some opportunity for damage. Claudio can close down the range very quickly with forward 4/3, with forward 4/4. I mean, he has a lot of options to get him in fast. And then, of course, if he does expect that Eddie's going to come in with a low, he can hop kick it at any time. So, yeah, let's just see what changes up here. But there's definitely some opportunities for damage.
Yeah, just sticks with the Claudio. I respect the decision. Like he knew what to do. He knew the counterplay. Yeah. It's just a case of, like you said, Lemus Alejandro is very confident right now, and it's really showing through his gameplay.
Definitely. I mean, that's what it is. You want to insert the fear early. You want to impose your will and insert the fear. Vermilion Gates. I do like this stage.
Definitely, I think probably my favorite Tekken 7 song. I think
so
this stage.
Cool. And this is what I'm talking about. He's just asserting himself, going in with mix-ups and just forcing mix-ups. And then when Sonic has a read on him, he goes for the power crush a lot, you know, and it's working out so far. But not this round. Look at this. Sonic with a big life lead here.
Oh man, that back swing blow launch just out of nowhere. That's very unfortunate. Not the best combo. Sonic will be happy for that combo choice. And there we go. The Beyblade lets it rip. This should be the round for Sonic.
Classic forward 1+2, 1+2, and that's it. Takes the round comfortably in game 2 here.
Big whip, but no punish there. And just
twin pistons.
Second hit rock. Should we go to the wall as well? Oh, kick for the Oki.
Up at the wall. More whip for the shoulder block. No whip punish.
And into the plus frames. Very nice. Nice patience there from Sonic and getting up. Been very bad.
Oh, nice spacing here from Sonic, making it really difficult for Lemus to position himself here. Does have a wall advantage here now, though. See if he can do anything with that. There's a break.
And it puts him back to the wall as well. The back one, such a strong move. The power crush as well. One more hit should do it here for Sonic. Goes for the back 3-3 out of pure desperation.
That was exactly what I was talking about, where he actually starts to pick him up now out of the relaxed stance and stuff. Wow, down for 2+4. Opens the round with it.
Oh, he's trying too much.
Oh, no!
You know, we actually saw that earlier today. Launching that isn't the easiest thing because it's very unique block animation.
Weird range as well.
Oh, running to look at the damage on that as well.
Oh, look at this. Over and under.
The back one, very nice option.
If he gets this, that's the round.
With the rage throw. Yeah, and he's dead off that. Very unfortunate.
All right, so round 4.
Let's go for the relax now. He's trying to bait Sonic into making a mistake.
And there's things happening all over the place. They're jumping over each other, like a Cirque du Soleil performance here. Over and under, and again, third time in a row here. Look at this. Crazy exchanges here. I've never seen any of these before.
Or went straight for the hotkey, didn't work out. Running 2, gets the plus frames. Oh, the
counter hit. Back 3-3, yep. Mix him up here. We're going to the wall now.
Well. Nice combo. One more hit does it here for Lemus. Nice patience there from Sonic. He's going to use Rage Drive. But when? There it is. No, it's wasted now. A nice duck and running 2.
The high into the punish. Set point to Lemus here.
Oh, and straight into the slippery kicks.
Catches in low.
No screwing the combo though. Very interesting, but the Hulk kick. This is what Sonic needs. We should go to the balcony. Is he going to break it is the question. Yes, he is.
Downstairs.
And that's back 2 to build Starburst. Back 3-3. Oh, it's off axis. Oh, and this should be
guaranteed. Look at the damage.
Now, that was very spicy. You know, that in the back right there. I didn't
He
even
was ready
know,
for that punish.
I didn't even know the last hit launches like that. But I guess you never see it neutral, right? So just the awareness to know that is the thing to do in the back. When you have Starburst as well, like that's a nice way.
That was crazy. What a statement there. Because I think he got hit by it a couple of times, and I think he'd been mentally preparing that punish. Like, okay, you got me that time. But if he does it again and I block it, I'm unleashing this punish, and what a way to end that game.
Exactly. And Sonic needed a big way to win that round, because it looked like Lemus was really slowly creeping his way back into the game. And that's not what you want to do against a player that's this confident. So we'll be going to a final round. And I think if Lemus is smart here, I think he'll definitely go for an infinite stage. You know, Eddie can backdash has all the time in the world to backdash, and then you eliminate Claudio's wall game entirely. That's side step 4, side step back 1, side step down forward 3. You just turn it, you just get rid of all of that immediately by going to the infinite stage. So that'll be the smart decision, but Lemus seems a bit crazy, so he might just keep all the play, you know?
He seems very confident, and it paid off in the first game, but I don't know, man. Since Sonic has a lot of composure, and he really illustrated that in that second game, and starting to close down the space in those situations where Lemus was starting mix-ups and just taking advantage. And yeah, I really like the adaptation in that game. Definitely an interesting one. But Lemus, like you said, he's a wild character, and you never know what's coming, and in a good way, right? You know, and makes him very deadly as an opponent to face. So, going to be interesting to see what happens here in this third game.
And it looks like he's random select the jungle outpost too, and this should, in theory, favor Sonic. But we've seen Lemus Alejandro get crazy with the walls in place. So.
I feel like if we go downstairs, it's probably more for Lemus the advantage because of the just the size of the stage. But yeah, let's see what happens here.
Yeah, I mean, the jungle outpost floor, once that wall is breaking, is like one of the biggest walled stages in the game.
That is massive, isn't it? All right, here we go. Final game here.
Just opening up straight with the crazy stuff. Nice
what a pickup. Sonic. My goodness me. He was ready for that one.
Great option.
1 4. Side step 4. And he's just staying on in here. Back 3 now.
Yeah, it's not working out this time.
Forward 1 plus 2. Commits to the second. No.
I think he just tried to Hulk kick in between.
Man, he thought he was going to go low maybe. I'm not sure what happened there. Okay.
Oh, that is a punish if you're fast enough. Okay, nice block on the low. Rage spent. Starburst still.
Oh man, back to
that move causes so many issues if you're not ready with the holding move.
Oh, as a Kazuya player, I absolutely hate that move. It's so good.
Well, nice start and pick up.
Sick. Uber driver combos, boy. Properly picked up.
That's again.
Nice pick up again.
Oh, back 3-3 is causing so many issues here for Sonic. Lemus Alejandro's just throwing it out whenever he's lost. There it is again. Nice patience this time from Sonic. And 1 2 plus frames.
And there's that rage art. Like you said, Eddie players like to do it.
Alright, Sonic in rage. Now is he going to spend it?
He's not getting up.
Oh, nice! Look, but doesn't do a proper combo, but again.
He was just waiting for that. Dashed in to bait it out and then just blocked.
Great patience from Sonic there. And oh, no.
The classic. Oh.
Out of range for the back 3 for that time. Down back 3, 4, and the float with twin pistons, and he gets a combo too. Very nice.
Pickup. Down we go. He's going to get a screw attack now as well. Oh, okay. Off to the back turn.
Oh, no. When
Lemus stays down. It's getting funky right now. Down back 3.
Right, 3-3.
Count with
it. We're going to the wall here. Just shy low wall slide. Nice start. The Sweeter had to break that raise drive. Spent the back 2 again. And the running 3.
Gosh. He just doesn't mind, does he? Back 2s all day.
This is looking really bad right now for Sonic. Has to make something happen now. He just gets knocked out by the back 4. Down back 3.
Oh.
That's step 4. You need to get that wall game going.
And he went low and got hit by the mid.
Out of nowhere.
And he hasn't used that often. It's quite hard to read him.
A nice patience there from Lemus, actually. Could have got floated that back. Float that? Yes. If we go to the wall, this is definitely the round for Sonic. Can he get it? Yes, he can.
Yes.
Final round here.
I think this is going to be a close one.
Opens up the power crush. That was a read on the aggression, but a read right back with the get up 3, but drops the combo. Down back 3. I need 2+ frames. 1+2, so nice break. Slip kicks. Ooh. Oh, nice! He had a read there on the power crush. Went for the down back 3, gets the count hit. Launcher goes to the wall. This is so really good right now for Sonic. Rage available for Lemus. Do not get rage up. Oh, he got hit!
He got hit, and that's going to be a lot of damage now. And he's in big trouble here. Game on the line. Oh, he stayed down.
Patience, the block. Regular.
No! No!
Oh, that is...
No!
That's the worst way. That's the worst way to go out.
Man.
When I do commentary with Anakin, that's the one thing he absolutely hates to see, when someone doesn't break a regular throw. You know, that's 1 or 2.
Not like this, man. Not like this. Hashtag not like this. If you're in the chat, I want to see some hashtags not like this. Such a shame. What a close set that was. Came down to the wire. Last game, last round. Claudio had the momentum, sent Sonic. It was all going his way. He got that great down back 3 out of the power crush attempt by Lemus, and everything was going his way. But then at the end, really, really unfortunate. But shout outs to Lemus for hanging in there, man, with that rage drive. Got him good with that, didn't he? And he got a massive combo on the end of it.
Yeah, very nice there. And we're going to take a look at the brackets and see what that has done for us. I am so upset by that.
But you're mortally wounded by that exchange.
Our last game of the winners quarterfinals, you see there's going to be Damas versus Divine Exorcist. And like I mentioned earlier, Divine Exorcist is, I believe, the younger brother of Lemus Alejandro, who we just saw there. So, you know, if that's what the older brothers got cooking, I want to see what the younger ones got as well. And the winner will be going on to play Icephone 5.
Lemus looked very determined. I think that's the word I'd like to use. He looked very, very, no matter what the situation, he always held on to the chance to win. You know, like, okay, it's the end now, and, you know, I'm losing in life. I've got nothing else left, but I do have this rage drive, and if I can land this, I can turn it into damage, and I can create an opportunity from there. But the normal throw, I mean, you know, it's clearly the last thing that Sonic expected, right? You know, and it's just one of those things sometimes where you hit the button just like a frame too late. You know, it's like, no. So yeah, really.
You want to know what's interesting about Divine Exorcist, Ryan?
Go ahead.
Their main character is Claudio.
Are you serious? Our third Claudio?
I mean, we're going to take a look at the player card in a second. Divine Exorcist, the younger brother's main character, is Claudio. So
let's check out the player card, guys. I want to see this. Oh, Kunimitsu for Damas.
We have Damas repping the Kunimitsu there out of Texas.
I like that. Yeah, another Kunimitsu. We saw a great one earlier in the European bracket. It's all 92% win streak.
He one loss going into this.
Some damage. Wow. Yeah, he probably had a bad connection or something. You know, let's chalk it up to that. And there we go. You're not wrong.
It's right
Another Claudio. This is awesome. And 19 years of age. Wow. Awesome.
Yeah. Awesome this is the younger brother, the one I said, who did win the Evo online warm-up. One of the Evo online warm-ups over in Mexico. And you see there are 100% win rate. I think that's the same.
Look at that.
The same number of wins as well that fightinggm had coming into this. Both with 7 wins coming into this. So both someone scary to look out for. I feel like the Mexican Tekken scene is one that I don't really know, you know, pretty much anything about. So this is really a nice eye-opener for me to see how they play. And if Divine Exorcist plays anything like his brother, there's going to be a lot of partying going on the stage. Gonna have some fun.
Well, one of the best formulas for leveling up ways to play with your brother. But yeah, these two guys looking really good. I'm excited to see this one. Lemus definitely put on a show, and he's going to be marching forward in winners after that clutch. So yeah, it's interesting. I wonder if we're going to get any Claudio mirrors in this tournament. That could be quite fun to watch.
I mean, we have 3 Claudios. The chance is pretty high. One of them in the losers bracket right now.
Yep.
But Sonic is someone I expect to make a long lower bracket run anyway, so I don't think that'll be too much of an issue.
Who's your money on, guys? Let's see some ones in the chats if you think Claudio's going to take this. No, it's Lars. Oh my goodness me. No ones in the chat. No ones. Well, if you think Divine X is going to take it, let's see some ones. And if you think that Damas is going to take it, let's see some 2s in the chat, guys. Let's go. Kunimitsu versus Lars.
So you got the purple name as well. I'm jealous.
You gotta keep that grinding up, man. Get those purples in stock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Right.
keep pulling up those second Omega. So gone for Lars instead of Claudio here. Very interesting.
Definitely. I wonder what that choice was all about. Twilight Conflict. Got the random generated stage there.
Maybe just a preference in matchup. Maybe feels like Lars is, because sometimes it's not even about like a character matchup thing. Like there can genuinely be a situation where this character is a better matchup,
Right.
but you feel when you use this character, you feel better against this character regardless of how the matchup is. So this
Okay. Well, there's a couple ones in the chat and a couple twos in the chat as well. So fairly even Stevens there in our little poll. So let's see what happens here in round one.
that's
Down ball 3.
Go straight for the
Nice
unblockable.
start.
This is an interesting start as well with these two characters. You need to see these two characters represented like this, and their lightning streak out of nowhere. Why not?
Why not, right? Surprise them all you can.
Oh, nice block there on the
Great
side
first
step.
round. I do like the
Straight away.
side step low block there. It's really good.
That one just start off with no funny business. Again, goes for side step 3. It's not working out right now.
Looking for the up forward for afterwards. You can get it though.
Divine Exorcist is looking like a brick wall right now.
Yeah. You can see he's not. Damas Attack is not really sure what to go for.
Yep.
That
No
first
punish-
round sort of shocked him a little bit.
No punishment on the hot knee there. Oh, nice. I like them. I kind of like using that as a punish there because he doesn't have the best 11 frame punish. So just go for full crouch low. He's not going to block it.
Yeah, a lot of the conditioning from the movement from Divine Exorcist is really good. He's really making Dharma second guess himself in situations where he could, go for mix-ups. So it's a lot of the times when you see a good player not doing anything, it's because the opponent's movement is really confusing them and they just don't know where to place anything. Exorcist doing a great job of that so far.
I mean, this is someone who has won one of these tournament of this caliber before, so we're definitely ready for it.
Yep.
Oh, but nice.
Oh, man, that was
set
sick.
2 count here, and finally Damas gets something going, but drops the combo. Very unfortunate. There's that new Lars Wall character season 4. Nice again, blocking all the lows of the full crouch sweep. The back 2 power crush. He carries to the next wall. This should be the round here for Damas. Oh, doesn't get the correct scaling on the combo. Is he going to regret that? Rage available now for Divine Exorcist. The rage up would have worked there. The rage drive. What's up? One more hit. And the low.
Damn, what a clutch. 3 straight rounds there. Oh my goodness me. That first round was a dominating attacking round. And the second round was a great example of just movement control. He kind of stopped Damas's options by not doing too much, but staying in a certain spacing where it was awkward. It wasn't really a comfortable option for mix-ups. Yeah, and that was a really good third round to clutch it out. So yeah, wow, 3-0.
I mean, Damas just looking a little bit starstruck if you ask me, dropping combos, not doing the correct things in the correct situation. Like when he got that combo at the end there, if he gets the correct scaling with the combo by doing, I think, a down one before that, that combo kills and he takes the round. In similar situations, he just drop combos. I feel like just needs to get his feet wet a bit more, not ready for this. But Divine Exorcist is ready every single situation. He's not letting anything go to chance killing as soon as possible. So let's see if Damas has an answer here.
Yeah, going to be tricky. I mean, I think Kunimitsu needs to get a bit stuck in. I don't think you can play that passively. She's not a heavy hitter in that regard. You have to take your shots in spots when you can get them. So yeah, a little bit more initiation from Damas could go a long way here.
That's what I really want to see. I mean, when you let someone like Divine Exorcist, who we saw his brother earlier, you see that kind of aggressive, balls to the wall play style that probably, his brothers also were seeing a bit of here. You really have to sort of counter that with your own aggression, because I feel like there's only so long you can defend for, and you're not going to guess right in every situation. And the more you get hit by things, the more you start to second guess yourself. And the longer that goes on, the harder it becomes to play against someone like that. So, hopefully Damas has an answer, because if not, we could be seeing a fast 2-0.
It could be indeed. That first game, if that's anything to go by, it's going to be pretty quick to Divine Exorcist. But let's see what happens in game 2. It is Kunimitsu again, no character switch. but there is some observation that has taken place in that first game. So maybe Damas has got a new idea for how to approach this game. Let's see what happens.
This is it, the second game here, potentially the final game if Divine Exorcist ends things right here. But I hope Damas has something to bring to the table right now, because if not,
he's got cooking.
this could hurt.
Let's see what he's got cooking up for us on the Hammerhead stage. I do like this music as well. It's kind of hype. It's like a movie finale music.
Yeah.
Let's see. Alright, so.
And I like what Damas did. They went immediately for a costume switch. I like to do that myself. You know, come to the next game with a completely new mindset, completely new clothes as well. You know, changes everything. Again, just trying to get that side step 3 to work, and it hasn't landed yet. One throw broken. The nice goes for the OP option. That's the when you break that throw, you're still kind of in a mix up there. So
yeah.
So the side step 3 works finally. Damas just needs stuff like that. You know, don't be afraid to go for these things.
You can't afford to do. If you give them too much opportunity, you're not going to get to do anything. And this is what's kind of happening now. He's maybe, like you said, a little bit starstruck. Oh, and it's great duck for the while standing one.
Shoulder's not going to be dead, but down for one.
Seals the deal.
And back one to stay away. Nice block. No launch though on the set 3. That is minus 16. Oh, but great no carry there.
Reading everything correctly here. Divine Exorcist. 1 point.
That was the combo though. No punisher in the back 2 as well. No punisher in the back 2 launcher. It's minus 12.
Nothing really working out for Damas here.
Yeah.
Looks like a little bit to be a little bit out of his depth right now.
And there's that lightning screw, and this should be the round for Divine Exorcist. One more round is going to be a 6 round straight for Divine Exorcist.
5 straight rounds here for Divine Exorcist. This is crazy.
What you just trying to do something? I mean, Damas, he needs to get in. He needs to get something inside. Yeah. Everything is Divine Exorcist right now. They're free to block and
blocking everything
this time.
Damas is trying stuff, but nothing's working at all, and everything he tries to do gets blocked or countered or whiff punished. So it's a really difficult challenge. But here we go. He gets something started here. Nice combo. Gets some space back for himself as well. Let's see what he can do here. He's going to work now. Got him in the corner. What are you going to do with him?
Okay, just nice step 3 back to the 3 bad situation as well for the Divine Exorcist. Don't tell me he fights his way out of this one as well. Upward 1.
Trying to get around on the board here. Can he do it? Oh, upward 4, but it's blocked. There's a chance now. Oh,
the low duck on the high. The back 2.
And he finally, oh my goodness me, what a struggle. Gets his first round on the board.
Press down 4-3 into the 4-4-2 now. That's guaranteed set 2. No counter hit though. 1-1.
Round like 4.
Down to 1 throw not broken this time. The OP.
Wow. That seems to work quite a lot, that particular throw.
Yeah. It's one of the ones that tricks your mind. There's the lightning screw into the shoulder. Was guaranteed there, but went for a mix up.
Nice block.
Again.
Full crouch down for 3.
And the low.
Yes.
I feel like Divine Exorcist needs to adapt to that. When you're doing these lows at like minus 11, minus 12, he's going to go for the sweep. You have to block and launch it.
He's back in the game here. I did not expect to see this. He's doing pretty well now.
Yeah, but no break on
all over
2
here. Question.
He wants to get that throw again. He saw what
saw that, yeah. He's hungry for it. We'll get towards flat. Here's the combo. Hello.
Splat to keep him close. Orbital. No, nice punish there on the lightning screw.
Oh no, he's missed the combo. Okay, with damage on the table here. Got to finish your greens.
Okay, but the kunai.
Nice, yep.
The hot knee. This should go through, but it's not going to be dead. It's going to be close though. Drops the combo intentionally. One throw broken, goes low. No, that's not the punish. Only minus 11. But the freeze try. He doesn't pick up.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. One more hit. One more hit.
Oh.
That was so close. Oh, I got the round that almost killed Ryan.
That was wild. Oh my god.
That one. Oh, that one really could have gone either way for any number of situations there. You know, there was a missed punishes, missed throw breaks. We got I mean, that round technically belonged to Divine Exorcist. The moment he got to the wall splat on the rage drive, that should have been it.
That should have been it. Yeah, a few mistakes on both sides. Got a bit scrambly at the end there, and man, so close. I thought Damas was going to steal it. Actually, it looked like it was his game.
He's really going to be kicking himself. We'll take a look at the bracket to see how that affects things. Now that all of our first round, our winners quarterfinals games have been played for this top 8 bracket, and it's just all so unfortunate. And Divine Exorcist will want to play Ice Phone 5, which could potentially be a Claudio mirror match. You see Lemus Alejandro going up against fightinggm, and then Damas will play Armaku in the lower side, and Ikebasu will be playing against Sense Sonic, the guy I'm expecting to have a nice lower bracket run there. I mean, what do you think about those first round games there, Ryan?
Yeah, I really want to see Lemus Alejandro versus fightinggm. I think that's going to be a banger for sure. Both players very explosive, both players very confident, and they know their characters well. So I'm really interested to see that one. That's for me like a winner's final, at least from what I've seen so far. That's like a winner's final caliber of match. And then of course, Sense Sonic's going to be doing some due diligent damage in that lower bracket, looking really strong already. So yeah, going to be an interesting one for sure.
Yeah, and if you guys want to get involved in these kind of tournaments, you can at compete.playstation.com. Maybe one day you'll be up here on the big stage fighting for the money that we have up for grabs for all of these players. You know, not only the money, the bragging rights as well. Maybe we'll all be here with you guys as well. But yeah, this has been a great start. I feel like for a tournament where most of the names are kind of on the more unknown spectrum of things, and you have also the big players, you know, like Sense Sonic and fightinggm as well. Like you really can't call how this action is going to go. But I do expect fightinggm to have a few more wins left in the tank.
I'm wondering if he's going to keep the streak. You know, I'm wondering if he's going to keep that streak he's been building up, because he has been building a little streak both in his games on ranked and also his win streak right now. I think he's got 12 or 13. It's going to be interesting to see if he can ride that one out all the way through to the grand finals and beyond. But to find out, you're going to have to keep on this stream and tune in after the short break we're going to right now. But don't go anywhere. Well, get refreshments, but make sure you come back for more action very shortly. We'll see you soon.
Masters event registration for the Tekken Online Challenge 2021 seasons open up July 31st. Each master event up to 300 circuit points up for grabs and a $2,000 prize pool. Starting from August 21st, there will be a master event held for each region. See the schedule here to find when your local master event will take place. This year, the Tekken Online Challenge has expanded to 14 regions across the globe. If you're from any of the countries or regions listed, you can compete. For this season of Tekken Online Challenge, community events are a part of the circuit once again through the dojo system. Upcoming dojo and master events can be found on the new Tekken Tournament portal. All the information you need to know about the new season is available at TekkenWorldTour.com. Go to TekkenWorldTour.com to begin signing up and competing in the Tekken Online Challenge 2021 season.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Tekken 7 Open Series monthly final for North America. That is a mouthful right there. For July, I am K-Wiz, joined by Ryan Hart. We've had some exciting Tekken action already, and I can't wait to get into more. How about you, Ryan?
I've had a great time. I mean, I think the big question on everyone's minds right now is, will fightinggm win the tournament with his win streak intact, which he's been storing up very interestingly here. Let's go into the brackets and check out the progress of the tournament so far. It's been really, really cool. From Sense Sonic to Divine Exorcist to fightinggm. I mean, Lemus Alejandro, a great clutch game from him in that first one to take it 2-1. The brackets have just been wild and really, really just crazy pandemonium everywhere, and I've been loving every moment of it.
Yeah, you can see the lower bracket matches. The first round have already been played, with Damas taking it over Armaku and Sense Sonic taking it over Ikebasu. So, you know, Sense Sonic, like I said, I'm expecting quite the lower bracket run. I'm putting a lot of pressure on his shoulders right now. But yeah, we will be getting our winners semi-final game right now, which will be iPhone 5 versus Divine Exorcist and Lemus Alejandro versus fightinggm. And I do believe the first game we'll be getting is the iPhone 5 game. And wonder, you guys at home, who do you guys think is going to be taking this game? I feel like I can't call this one. I'm very inexperienced when it comes to a lot of these players. I'm watching them for the first time myself, and I've heard a lot of things, but for me, the Divine Exorcist has been kind of insane to start off with.
Really, really, really cool. Isn't that L from Death Note behind you on the wall? Anyway, the hairstyle looks like L. Yeah. I could. It's a bit blurry, but anyway, yeah. So, So it's really, really interesting. Of course, you know, we've got the player cards as well, so we can see a little bit more about these great players and look at some data from them. Well, speaking of data, we've got location California, because that's all you need to know. Other than his name's iPhone 5. That's the only information. Plus Claudio, that's the character. And the win ratio is looking strong. 78% wins. Only lost 4 times, which is really, really good, actually, especially at this level. So, yeah, it's going to be on player 1 side, I believe, and then going up against Divine Exorcist, also using Claudio. So, yeah, Claudio. Let's go with that. Julian Lemus, 19 years of age.
We did see the Lars run out, actually, last time, and, you know, actually continues his undefeated streak right now, still undefeated right now. So let's see if iPhone can put a pin in that. But will we see the Claudio mirror? Is he going to continue running that last today? Who knows? And we have 3 Claudios in this top 8 bracket. We're going to get at least one Claudio mirror match. I feel like the people at home are going to feel robbed.
I wanted to get a mirror. I mean, the Lars look sick though, so I don't know, man. Yeah. I mean, I think maybe he doesn't like the mirror. You know, that could be a thing. I know some people are not really big fans of mirror matches where where their own tactics can be used against them. So maybe there's where a secondary comes into play. But yeah, either way, I'm hyped about the match. Yeah, Claudio mirror would be cool though.
So people saying 72% in Divine Exorcist's favor. I think if you watch those first games, I'd kind of be leaning the same way. And Divine Exorcist being one of the EVA warm-up champions anyway, you know, definitely someone who has that experience and that caliber to take it all the way. And I guess with iPhone 5, we don't know enough about him to sort of, you know, root for him right now. We know he is somewhere in California, and that's it. That's the only information he's prepared to give up.
Random question for you guys on the stream. So guys, if you had the choice, you can only choose A or B, right? A is that you get to win 1 major. You can win 1 major, any major that you want anywhere in the world. Yeah? You can win any tournament you want, but you never ever make top 8 again. Or you come second in every tournament you enter, but you never ever win. Which option would you pick, A or B? Champion of any tournament in the world you want, never top 8 again, or second for the rest of your life? All right, so let's jump into this, and it is going to be the Claudio mirror, Divine Exorcist versus iPhone 5. Oh my gosh, this is going to be sick.
And that question you asked, A or B, for me it's hard, because there was a point between like 2019 and 2020 that was actually my life. I came second in every tournament. Like I had such a bad curse, you know. It didn't matter whether I was starting grandfathers winner side, grandfathers loser side, top 8, like it never mattered. It was just second place. And you know, I could never answer that question,
because you could win any tournament you want. You could win Evo. You could win the Tekken World Tour Grand Finals. Any tournament in the world, but you will never make top 8 again. Or you can infinitely come second. So yeah.
The thing is, for me personally, I'd say A, because I've already done B. Like I've already lived B. So And nice. Here we go. This is exactly what I expect from the Claudio mirror match. Just trades all over the place.
Indeed. Looking like a Wall Street game. Oh, looking for the launch. Access denied though.
Oh,
nice launch there. Catches him stepping. That's a creep around in there.
I was running to bring back the Starburst again, but nice block on the down 2-2.
That was really sick. Oh, great duck on the 4-4-4-2.
Should be the route. Yes, it is. Nice combo from Divine Exorcist.
Okay.
Over the back one. I'll build the Starburst with the back two right there. The thing is, they've swapped sides, and now I've forgotten who.
You don't know who's who. So yeah, Divine Exorcist the blue one, and Iceland 5 is the white one. Ice, white should go together. So yeah, that works.
Oh, but nice forward 3 gets the float. No, that was a float combo, not a counter hit combo, so it doesn't get the hit. Nice break on 1+2, throw down 1-2 plus frame side step 4. Nice.
Side step 4 blocks. Oh,
does break
no
1+2. Does he know the Oki? Of course he does. As a Claudio player himself, and breaks that out of nowhere.
No, the team he's like, I'm not falling for that. Doing that on me when I'm down. 4-4-4. Okay, back one. Oh, while running 2, so good. Alright, he went for the 4-1+2 there. Just about whiff, but no whiff punish. Oh.
Down 2, but doesn't finish.
And again,
he's threatening for the second.
Wow, he was trying to bait the crouch position there.
Back one. Oh, whip punish was a forward 3 instead of hop kick. Probably scared about the range there, and finishes the second hit. Rage driver whips it, but builds Starburst anyway. Down 1-2 plus frames. Regular throw broken.
Get off me. We're looking for the hop kick. They're trying to turn this around.
Yeah, no punishment with hop kick. Oh, counter hit. That should be the round.
Oh, the down back 3 on the floor in the headpiece, and he stays alive here. Iceland 5 fighting back.
1-2 back 3-3 gets the count here. That's the season 3 stuff. We should be going to the wall with this combo and build Starburst. Back one
really
gets
good now. Back one.
I think this is that could have been dead with the correct combo. But
side step 4 gives him 7 golden letters. What a dominating round that was. That fight. I mean, it looked like it was going to be 3 straight rounds anyway, but then Icephone 5 brought it back. But that final round, man, what a statement.
I mean, you've actually sparked serious debate in the chat as well with your question there. Ryan, like people are debating.
I like to keep these guys on their toes because it's an interesting question because you have the opportunity to become the world's hero for one event. You're going to be the talk of the town. You're going to be the talk of the globe for this one tournament. Evo Japan, Evo in Las Vegas, could be the Tekken Welter, could be the PlayStation Open Series Grand Final. Any tournament you won, you can be the champion, but you won't make top 8 again. So if there's a massive tournament one day where the prize pool is like £1 million or something, or $1 million, you could just win that and then chill, or a couple million or whatever, right? But then if you wanted to make consistent money, then infinitely coming second could probably help you out there as well. It really depends what you want. Do you want the glory, or do you want the consistent paycheck, or what's in it for you on a personal level? So
I feel like it definitely very person to person. Me myself, I feel like the worst places to finish in a tournament are 9th, 4th, and 2nd. I feel like second is the top. It's of all places I finished in a tournament, second by far hurts the most in every I've never, at least with 3rd place, like you were almost there but not close enough to taste it. With second place, like there's something that stings so much about 2nd place that I feel like over time I just forget the money and just like I just want to win.
Do you remember who came 2nd at Evo 2018?
No.
Q-Dance.
Oh, that was the Kudan's low high.
But this is what I'm talking about. It's so hard. No one remembers who comes 2nd in events. It's so sad as well. You have to think about it. It just goes to show you, like if you come 1st, everyone's like, yeah, low high won that year. Us and Ash won that year. But when you ask who comes 2nd, it's like people have to think, and it's like, do you know what I mean? It's such a shame. And Q-Dance is not like an unknown player. You know what I mean? But yeah.
All I did was remember low high's win. I couldn't remember who he won over.
Yeah. It's so funny. It happens in every game as well. Who came 2nd? It's just one of them things.
Think for a second. I've
So
definitely had
sad.
that. The thing is, so much has happened.
Poor
We didn't
Q-Dance.
even notice the iPhone 5 has gone for a
Oh,
Marduk
man.
pick.
Can we get some green Kappa frogs for Q-Dance? Sad Peppy in the chat for Q-Dance there. No one remembers him. Even though he's a legendary and absolutely amazing, talented player. Oh, okay, we got Craig Marduk. How did we miss this?
Yeah, I mean, iPhone
Craig
5
Marduk
did.
in the mix.
You know what? It didn't give us any information, so we didn't even know there was a side character. Oh, nice push and throw into the mount.
Yep. Ooh.
Forward 3 into 4, nice. The back one. Rage drive spent.
Rage drive. Yep, goes mid. And there's the tackle.
This
What's it
could
gonna
be it if he doesn't guess right. He does. I feel another tackle coming on, but Rage drive stops that. Lasting in 1-2 plus frames, and there it is.
Wow. That was nice. Yeah, the down back 4-3 to close it out there. Smartly done by Divine Exorcist. Looking for that forward 3.
2-1. The QCF2 they're needed. Again, big lows coming out right
Taking
now. Divine
chunks out of those ankles.
And this
Another
tackle,
tackle.
this should be the round hit.
Yep.
No,
No, one more hit.
the sliver. Rage drive whiffed out of nowhere.
Oh, what? Ooh.
Divine Exorcist looking a bit too desperate in that situation there. Just wanted that round, wanted anything he could get. Nice break on the 1+2 there.
Nice block.
And punish. Forward 3 to stay away.
Forward 3, it's one of the most deceptive looking highs. It looks so much like a mid, doesn't it?
That's because it used to be a mid. Then they changed it.
They changed it. It's so weird when they do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like Hell Sweep is now mid. Like what?
Yeah, like
Excuse me?
oh, but the hot kick, this should be around for Divine Exorcist. Ends it with a back one. Down 2. Nice movement now for Divine Exorcist. Just playing a really small poking game, just trying to keep things compact. Build the life lead, but the tackle is gonna just change everything. Because why not?
Oh. Alright.
Nice, that should build Starburst. And nice, he stays down there because he knows the dangerous situation Marduk is when he's on the floor like that.
Oh.
Oh, but a huge counter here. Look at the damage into tackle. Nice
A lot of
patience.
life that does. Stay down. Forward 1+2. Oh, and the up 4, he just does it. And that is going to be the game. iPhone 5 unfortunate, unsuccessful with the Marduk pick, but it wasn't a bad one. It looked good at a certain point.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
I feel like
just too good.
I feel like that pick could have worked from the start there, but a little bit too little, too late. I mean, the Divine Exorcist will take that 2 over iPhone 5 to move into the first player to go into the upper bracket final. And we'll take a look at the bracket to see how that has shaped things. But yeah, you know, iPhone 5, the complete unknown. We only know is from California. We didn't even know he played Marduk. Didn't want to give us that information to surprise us later on in the stream. But unfortunately, it did not work out. And Divine Exorcist will move forward. You know, like I mentioned earlier, Divine EVO warm-up winner for one of the Mexico events. So definitely someone to be scared of. And let's take a look at the bracket right now.
And he's coming in here with that winner's confidence. You can clearly see it, you know. And yeah, it's going to be hard to beat someone like that as well. You're going to have to really be confident yourself. You know, he's not just going to roll over and give you the win. So yeah, looking really, really strong. And then yeah, next up is going to be Lemus Alejandro, the match I want to see, going up against fightinggm. I'm really hyped to see that. And the winner of that's going to be going into the winners final versus Divine Exorcist. So yeah, really, really cool stuff ahead here.
It's interesting as well. You look down into the lower bracket, you see iPhone 5 versus Sonic. That could potentially be another Claudio mirror match.
Claudio mirror.
that we might get. I don't know if we'll get that game on stream, but up next we do have the favorite to take this tournament all the way as fightinggm going up against Lemus Alejandro. And if Lemus does get the upset, if he does win over fightinggm,
that's amazing.
We make it sound like it's impossible. If he does do that, it is actually the brothers fighting each other in the winners final. And
that could happen, and it's definitely not an impossible task. I mean, he's looked really good in certain rounds. He's looked like the kind of guy who has quite confusing timing. He could get these really important interrupts in your strings, and of course, Eddie's always a tricky customer, right? So yeah. I think right from that very first round that we saw from Lemus, I thought instantly this could be a candidate for someone who could have a very good match versus fightinggm.
And we want to know what you guys think at home. I'm sure we're going to see like a huge percentage in fightinggm's favor here. He is the favorite. He's the one going into this tournament everyone is probably scared of and everyone wants to see. So probably see a huge percentage in his favor here, but I don't think they'll tell the whole story here. I do want to believe in the underdog here, and I actually do want to get that nice story of the winners final being an all brothers face off. You know, they've trained together, got to this point together, and then they're letting they're able to reap the rewards in the winners final against each other.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I think that every player that's here now in this top 8, especially in the winner side, you can clearly see what separated them between the people that they played against, you know? So won't be having player cards this time, but that's fine. But do let us know in the comments who you think is going to win the match, and let us know your percentages. Do vote in the poll. Is it going to be Lemus Alejandro with his amazing Eddie, or is it going to be fightinggm, who just looks super dominant? And there we have, the numbers are in. 71% to fightinggm here. I mean, we did expect it to be in his favor. I personally thought it would be a little bit higher, but maybe I'm being a bit too rich here. Maybe I'm not giving Lemus enough credit. What do you think about that number?
I mean, I've been looking through the chat and everyone just seems to say to see this guy as a favorite. He's the one they want to see. So I just expected that to translate, but maybe they're not prepared to put their money where their mouths are. You know, they're just like, no, I think it would, but I'm not gonna like actually commit to you because what
it's those silent voters who aren't commenting in the chat, but they're just voting on each poll. Like, yeah, I think this guy.
Yeah, like, like what if I'm wrong with it? So I see you guys, you know, scared to make a commitment on that. It's okay.
I don't think it's going to be one-sided. Like, I don't think we're going to see like a 6 straight rounds sort of thing. I think it's going to be a bit closer than that. But let's find out right now as the game gets locked and loaded in here. Lemus Alejandro versus fightinggm.
Yeah, wow, there is no surprises. The Violet versus the Eddie here. Also still best of 3 action. It's going to be the entire day best of 3 first to 2 action, so very little time to adapt to your opponent. But the thing with someone like fightinggm is we've been playing this game at a high level for such a long time, you kind of expect him to know what to do against a character like Eddie that can trick other players who haven't had that same level of experience.
100%, yeah. A bit of, you know, I don't know, a bit of decisive trickery is really crucial, especially if you're choosing to main a character like Eddie, you have to use that aspect of the character, you know. I mean, with that said, I'd say the same for Lee and Violet too, right? So, oh,
that was actually a throw break.
And there was that throw break. It worked with that as well. There we go.
Lemus getting the first launch here, the first big chunk of damage goes to him. And there.
Is this going to be the 13 win streak off here? Look at this start from Lemus. Whoa!
Opens
Wait
up with
a second. Perfect. Let this guy play. Let him press a button, please. There we go. 4-4-3 will start. Start some trouble. Nice down 3.
See the backdash there from Lemus after the down 3.
Yeah, he didn't want to take any of that hitman stance nonsense. He's like, I'm out of here. Music's hype as well. Oh, counter hit magic 4. Dealing all the damage. Over to the wall we go here. Yep.
Doesn't get the clean wall start though, but the
while standing 2-4. He's getting so much good mileage off of that.
Down 4-4, just stay away.
Or standing 2-3 actually, that one is. He didn't do this. But he does have 2-4 as well.
Yeah.
It's a bit different there.
I always say the wrong one as well.
Nice, and there he does the slide.
The spring kick. Big risk as well when you spring kick with Eddie, because if it's blocked, you can do a full launch in the back.
This is a close game here. 4-4-3 blocked. Fishing for that back 4. Hitman. Oh, tried to catch him.
Oh, doesn't punish that.
Okay, gets a juggle anyway now. Takes him to the wall, but no.
Oh, does Acid Rain no punish? Acid Rain is actually launch and block.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Can Lemus take this round?
Ooh, I can't believe that wasn't guaranteed.
Yeah, the Raven looked like a whip punish. A 4-4-3, nice. You know what? That's something he does so well. And no, you have to. Oh, this is not dead though. Oh, he finishes the second.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. Woo.
You know
Jim's going to be happy with that round, that's for sure.
You normally do the second hit in that situation when you expect them to block the first one and try and punish, and they can't do it. But
brazenly throws out the upward 3 there.
Yeah, this is looking.
Look at this.
Looking like a good round right now for Lemus, though. One thing we're seeing fightinggm do so well is the fake slide into the 4-4-3. It works so consistently. And while standing 2-4.
While standing 2-3 again.
See, I always say the wrong one. And there we go. fightinggm take
while
the
standing
first game.
2-3, and yeah, really, really confident gameplay at the end. You know, once he got stuck in, and I think he's like 4 for 4 on slide motion while standing 2-3. He lands
Yeah.
it on everyone literally every
Yeah.
time, and I don't think he's used a single slide in that situation. He's done it in the more guaranteed Oki scenarios, but he's never done it in that plain 50-50 setup mix-up. So yeah, really interesting stuff from him there. But it goes to show you, if you've got a successful tactic, you don't necessarily have to change it on the next opponent just because they may or may not have been watching your matches previously. You go with the flow, go with what you're comfortable with, and you make them make you need to change, if that makes sense. You know,
I mean,
do your thing, and until you need something else, you don't change it. Simple as that.
I think that's something that kind of burns me as a player, though, myself, just to watch. Is like, you know, there's no reason to really duck when your back's against the wall against Lee in that situation, because even if he does slide, you know, he's gonna swap sides and put his back to the wall. Actually, no, that's only Shaheen. With Lee will keep you back to the wall, but still in that situation, there's no reason to really duck there. Like the slide can come, but you know, I feel like just take the slide, because the wall splat is going to be the most dangerous thing you can take there, and that's what fightinggm has really been working with. So I feel like people just need to stop ducking so much with their back against the wall. You know, like it's really the mids that are the scary thing when your back is to the wall. So it's not the best.
It's one of those things where you just react to what you see instantly. You know, it's like if someone throws a punch in your face and you naturally flinch. It's sort of one of those things, you know, where your natural defense mechanism comes in when you see a Law or a Lee in crouch motion using that slide motion. Then you do naturally kind of flinch into duck position, and that's the only time he needs that 1 second of, you know, of crouch position to land the while standing 2-3 on you into big damage against the wall. But it's also that kind of thing where you're like, why did I even duck? But in hindsight, you know, in the moment you do it, but then after it's like, what was I doing? Why did I could have taken, I had all my life, I could have taken the slide, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Very
that's an experience, I guess.
Yeah, here we go again. We're going to Brimstone and Fire now.
I think it's the most I think this and Devil's Pit are the most two common stages we've seen today.
Yeah. A nice little up into 4 this time. Oh, but drops the combo. I feel like Lemus kind of has no idea what to do right now. It's just throwing things out. And
that was sick. Underneath the high power crush attempt.
Back 3-3 actually works this time very well.
Yeah. Ooh, and there's that power crush. I haven't seen that in a few games.
Just doing the relaxed slide. Rage drive, spend plus frames. Was mid. And great whiff punish.
Ow. All of that.
Excellent whiff punish there from fightinggm. And yeah, I like that. This time he just does the downfall 1 and then waits this time so he can block the power crush as well.
Get off me. GM is on a 14 win streak, guys. Just thought I'd mention that. Just saying.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to keep it as well, because this is going to be nice damage as well. And the wall bounce, you need to stop ducking with your back against the wall.
Oh man, the bad habit is getting him killed here. Oh. I mean, you can't win the tournament with your ranked streak and then continue in rank. That is just disrespectful. I mean, come on. fightinggm, he doesn't care right now.
Alright, the classic, the down for 2 count here though. I mean, if
trying to keep him against the wall. Oh, he didn't get all of that.
Yeah, it doesn't get
tricky timing on that. The 3-3-3s.
He just whiffs the throw out. He just seems lost right now to me.
Yeah.
fightinggm is just taking full advantage of that.
And he's lost the rage drive as well now. On his last legs here versus fightinggm, he just looks unbeatable at the moment.
Running 3 though, he's getting something started, but
okay, counter hit.
Relax.
Oh, no damage off that though. No break on the throw again in that same situation against the wall.
Oh, but that's it. That's so unfortunate.
That is the worst way to go out.
The throw just came back to haunt him. You know, if something finally worked and then it ends up biting him in the foot. So.
Oh man, or in the back, all that combo. There was more after that as well. Really, really unfortunate. Great start from Lemus, but unfortunately, just once GM got going, we saw it again. You know, this is the kind of thing we saw in the opening set with GM, where the opponent started very strong, but then once he got started, you know, got the wheels turning, it was just really uphill for the opponent. So yeah, Lemus will then drop down into the lower bracket after that, and fightinggm marches forward into the winners finals.
So how many rounds did Lemus get there? Was it 1 or 2?
I think he got 2 rounds in that. No, I think he got 1 round. He got one round.
In total, fightinggm has only lost 2 rounds so far.
Oh
so let's see
gosh.
what that makes the bracket look like right now.
Deadly, absolutely deadly. This is crazy stuff.
If I'm Divine Exorcist, I'm like, oh gosh, this is the guy I have to play.
He is cruising while he gives everyone a bruising here in this Open Series monthly final for North America. Great stuff from everyone so far. Big shout outs to the top 8 here. And yeah, we've got Lemus Alejandro is going to be taking on Damas. And then Icebone 5 versus Sense Sonic to come here in the lower bracket. And then, of course, Divine Exorcist versus fightinggm in that winners final. Definitely one to look up. I think we may be having that next up. So yeah, really hyped about that one.
Yeah, just see how the lower bracket matches progress as well. But yeah, I think no surprises when you look at the way the bracket is when, Divine Exorcist is someone who I bigged up, going into this, someone to look out for, already a champion of one of the EVA warm-up tournaments, so someone to look out for. And fightinggm is obviously the standout name when you look into this this event. And if you guys at home think you can take on this kind of talent, play against these kind of players, you can by signing up and getting involved at compete.playstation.com. Get involved and try and win some prize money yourself.
All right. So what do we have next? What was that?
We actually will be taking a short break.
So we don't have anything now.
Yeah.
Well, guys, there's lots of action to come. Winners finals up ahead. And then, of course, those amazing losers bracket matches to come too. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned, locked and loaded into the stream chat. And we'll see you very shortly. Back in a bit.
Masters event registration for the Tekken Online Challenge 2021 seasons open up July 31st. Each master event up to 300 circuit points up for grabs and a $2,000 prize pool. Starting from August 21st, there will be a master event held for each region. See the schedule here to find when your local master event will take place. This year, the Tekken Online Challenge has expanded to 14 regions across the globe. If you're from any of the countries or regions listed, you can compete. For this season of Tekken Online Challenge, community events are a part of the circuit once again through the dojo system. Upcoming dojo and master events can be found on the new Tekken Tournament portal. All the information you need to know about the new season is available at TekkenWorldTour.com. Go to TekkenWorldTour.com to begin signing up and competing in the Tekken Online Challenge 2021 season.
Hello everyone and welcome back after that short break. If you're just joining in, this is the Tekken 7 Open Series monthly finals for the North American region, and it's been hot and heavy so far indeed. This top 8 has been super sick. fightinggm looking unbeatable, but there are a few contenders who may stand in this path. What do you think of what's been happening so far, K-Wiz?
I mean, fightinggm in total has only lost 2 rounds going up to this point, going to the upper bracket final. So if you're going to put your money on anyone, that's why I would. But if you do want an upset, I feel like the best person to do that will be Divine Exorcist. You know, I've mentioned before, already a champion in a tournament similar fashion to this one. So definitely someone I would have my eye on going into this, and that is going to be the game, I believe, coming up next, the upper bracket final. Looking at this now, and as you can see, the lower bracket has been progressing, and Sonic has already taken out iPhone 5, potentially Claudio mirror match. We do not know, but like I said, I expected him to make that lower bracket right. He's already looking good right now. I'm going to play the winner of Lemus, Alejandro, and Rectify Damas. Yeah. So
that's going to be really good. Yeah, whittling down here, almost down to the top 4. Just waiting for the winner of that Damas Alejandro match, and that's going to be our top 4 here for the North American region. And it's been really close. Some of the games have been so clutch. Some of the rounds, especially, you know, coming down to the wire with the clutch down 4s and stuff like that. And a lot of these scrambles have been really interesting because it's just, you know, one guy messes something up, the other guy doesn't get the punish, and the other guy doesn't get the punish on the mispunish, and it's just crazy stuff. So yeah,
I know exactly
really fun
which game we're talking about as well.
yeah, I mean, but guys, next up is the winners final. So let us know in the comments, let us know in the poll who you think is going to take the victory here. Is it going to be fightinggm, or is it going to be Mr. Divine himself? Because both guys playing really well. Oh, and the results are in, and it's fightinggm with 71. Divine Exorcist only got 29. Not sure if that's fair. I mean, did you expect higher?
The thing with fightinggm, what we have seen from him already, and like his legacy going into this tournament, I'd expect these to be higher. I expect more people to put their money on him. He is the favorite. You know, the fans, everyone in the chat is loving him. I'm seeing his emotes in chat. So, you know, Divine Exorcist, you know, I feel like a 71 only is a vote of confidence, and going for the Lars instead of the Claudio here. So, a bit interesting, but you must have a game plan in mind if Lars is your best bet.
Let's see what happens here. Game 1, best of 3, as mentioned, and yeah, definitely all to play for. The winner of this is going through to the grand finals, and you want to be on that winner's side if you're going to go into the grand finals. So yeah, this is a big match right here.
Yeah,
Lars Sorensen. I didn't see that coming. Okay,
we saw the Lars earlier was looking sharp. I don't know if it was as good as the Claudio, but you know, definitely really when you go against someone like fightinggm, you have definitely got to put your best foot forward, and hopefully he does that right here.
All right, we're in the souk stage. Let's see what happens here. Round 1.
And hopefully Divine Exorcist. I want to see Divine Exorcist get at least 2 rounds, because the most he's lost in a 4th.
Break the deadlock of this 1 round defeats. Nice slide. Finally does it. In open play. Ooh, nicely done. Baits out. A double 4-4 into sidestep.
Very nice. But this is technically a law match as well. Both of these two are related to the Mission family in some capacity. So technically they are brothers, right?
I would say it's a law match because we're seeing slides all over the place. The other law. All right. So great low parry. Already ready for the lows incoming, and straight away we're over to the wall here where the grains of rice are being sold with the all the other different things on display there.
Nice use of the lightning shoe and the new Lars wall carry precision really coming into effect.
Oh, and the classic while standing 2-3.
Exorcist. Will he use it? No magic. Oh, very nice.
You can't bust a man up by the melons like that. What? No.
I mean, maybe that's the problem. Divine Exorcist focusing too much on the fine fruit beside him, not focused on the game.
Not focused on the match, innit? You got to watch what's going on the match. The guy trying to beat you up wearing sunglasses, I'd watch him.
Gets the counter hit fightinggm, running away with this one.
Get behind him. He's got purple hair. He must play like next games in his spare time though. Oh,
I mean,
3-0, just like that.
That was
Man.
fast. That was that was second verse, same as the first. Last time we saw fightinggm, continuing all of that momentum. And if I'm Divine Exorcist, my first thought is going to be, okay, let me go back to Claudio.
That was
my main character.
ALDQ. Awesome Lars is done quickly, because that was just 3-0, quick things, not wasting any time. Mashed him up by the rice, the cumin, the basilicum, then mucked him by the melons and the grapefruits. This is just, oh man, got some comebacks to do, boy. Yeah, that was terrible. That was hard. It must have been hard to deal with, because once he gets going, you really don't know what he's going to do, and he's so good at mixing it up as well. Almost everything he goes for hits, you know, and everything that he does that gets blocked is a setup for something else, like he did with the 4-4 side step down 4-2 when you block it, you know. So he's just ready for everything, and it's very hard to deal with someone who gets confident in that momentum of play.
You know, and that's the thing, against when you're playing someone like fightinggm, you know, he is someone who 9 times out of 10, especially in a tournament in this environment, he's probably played someone of a way higher caliber than you have. You know what I mean? He has been in these situations, these clutch situations, like a million times, and he knows what he's doing. And for his opponent in events like an event like this, fightinggm might be the best player you've ever played before, you know, considering his level of skill, where he's traveled with the players he's beaten. And, you know, for him, this might just be like another walk in the park, and it looks that way. Like, he didn't even lose around that time. And if I am Divine Exorcist right now, you have to pull out the main character. You have to pull out the Claudio if you have any hope of turning this around.
So these guys really can use this as an experience for them, you know. They're playing someone who they've never played. They're playing someone of a caliber they haven't really got a lot of experience against. And so they're going to have to use this as a learning tool, you know. He's gone back to the Claudio. He's gone home where it's comfortable. I think that's a good look here. I think that's what maybe he should have opened with, but it's still not too late to start something now. And he did try out, you know, the Lars, which is also good. He's got the experience now. Okay, this doesn't work because X and Y. That's also a good thing. But yeah, like you're saying, these guys haven't played someone of that caliber, so this is just a great learning experience, you know. And I really think that should be the thought process going in here.
Yeah, and I just realized as well, like, his name is Divine Exorcist and he plays Claudio. That one went over my head for the longest moment, and now I realized, oh yeah, Claudio's an exorcist, right?
Yeah. There we go. All right.
The streak's still intact, Ryan.
I can't believe it. 17. That's my magic number, by the way, if anyone asks. All right, so opening up here, lows for lows. Another one. Looking for that. 4-4-4.
I'm doing right now.
Okay.
Let's try to whiff punish the back 3 there.
I do like the back 4-1 whiff punish. I want to see more of that. You know, at range, just like, oh, and again. So good at that.
Spends a rage immediately and finishes the last hit. I like that though, because it's one of the things that last hit is a high, can be ducked.
It's a high, yeah, you could duck that.
So you don't expect it to come out.
To do it, yeah. I mean, I think GM is just so confident right now, right? He's just like, yeah, I can get this.
Gets nothing. That's acid raid punish. There it is.
Nice.
That's not easy.
Nice timing there. Off me.
Over the back 4 counter. And
after throw break, back 4 is a classic, man.
Opts to keep the balcony.
This.
But...
5-6.
Ooh.
5 straight rounds. I can't believe this guy. Is anyone going to stop him today? This is wild.
I just want
guys in the chat, is GM going to win without losing that streak? That's what I want to know from you. 1 if you think yes, and 2 if you don't think he's going to win, keeping the streak.
I want to know if he's going to lose any more rounds today. Or the forward. That's the classic right there.
Scoop up. The Hagen-Dazs picks him up here.
Ducks it nice this time, but the sidewalk could come into play, but he still gets the combo off of it.
So sick.
Very nice. Side step 4.
Signs of life here from Divine Exorcist.
Nice. This should be the round.
Forward 1+2, 1+2, and he
there it is.
The round. Well, there's your question answered.
3
Another
rounds
round on the board.
We're fighting him in this tournament. But the question is, can Divine Exorcist make it 4 rounds lost?
Can't believe we're counting rounds lost here. It's so dire right now. He's just so dominant.
That's a victory in of itself.
Exactly. Down back 3-0. Clips the toes. Give him that pedicure right now.
4-3 count hit.
This
This is it. Round 4.
Oh, he's got a second round. Is it over for the streak? Is 17 the highest it gets here?
I mean, Divine Exorcist, the low power. Wait a second, Ryan.
And the confidence. There was ever a doubt. We know it's back now.
Down 3 and nice. Could have been a
Could have
launch.
got more. Could have got more.
Oh,
Is
and
that,
he gets a combo.
is that going to be his last opportunity, Kaylis? That was a big one as well. Oh, and this time he does the slide. He's so smart with that.
No, it's all falling apart.
That one chance. That one chance for big damage. You could have got a massive launch when that power crush whiffed, because it is a high, and he could have, especially after he'd brought it all the way back, could have got a big launcher there and had momentum to go with the Oki. But man, what a comeback from GM. So strong, even in the closing quarters of the game, not stopping, not giving up, and just going full throttle. What a game there for GM.
You know what they say? Sometimes you only get one shot against the king, and you better not miss. That was his opportunity there. All he had to do was duck and launch. The balcony was in effect. Could have broken it. That would have been over, but no, he messes up the opportunity, and let's see what's that bracket. The bracket
I do believe I've heard a song where they talk about where he talks about having one chance and mum's spaghetti or something like that. But anyway, so let's check the brackets out, and we see Damas there down. Well, of course, fightinggm needs no mention. Taking the 2-0 and slipping into the grand finals, looking really comfy there in that little bracket, all by himself for the moment. And it's going to be a question of what happens between Damas and Sensonic. Because the winner of that is going to be going up against Divine Exorcist for a chance to go into the grand finals. And these are all paying positions now.
Top
you know,
4.
all these guys get paid, so they're in for the money. But how much depends on where they finish here today in this top 4.
And for any confusion, every single game today is going to be best out of 3, first of 2 action the whole way through, including the grand finals. So, you know, if I'm Damas right now, I feel like I'd really want to see that Damas versus Lemus Alejandro.
That's what I was about to say. That Lemus lost it. So what happened in that? And it was 2-0 as well.
Yeah.
I really wish I could watch that set, because Lemus looked like he was playing very well. You know, so that kind of been an easy win for Damas, but 2-0 somehow he got the job done. I would love to see how that match went down. Really,
especially considering his game earlier against Lemus Alejandro's brother, where he just had no idea what to do. So that's going to be interesting. So but we won't know anything about that unless, you know, ask the players themselves when you get the opportunity. But our next game is going to be Sensonic versus Rectified Damas, the guy who didn't have a great showing earliest in the tournament, and Sensonic, you know, the one that I was expecting to have the strong lower bracket run and hasn't let me down so far. I want to continue to see that going. What do you guys think is going to happen at home? Let us know by giving your predictions in the chat, through the predictions in the Twitch chat, and let us know who you think is going to take this. For my money, I'd have to go for Sensonic, you know.
Yeah?
I mean, considering, you know, this
because I see Damas with that 2 straight against my man Lemus, I'm not sure, you know. You might have some next things. You might just be peaking right now. I don't know, man. I'm going to go for Damas, just to be the devil's advocate for this.
Okay. I mean, for me, it's just like I heard great things about Sensonic going this, and 50. This is one of the closest polls.
It's close.
This is the closest poll we've had all day. Only 56% going for Sensonic. So I'm hoping we get a close game as well to make this bring this poll to life.
Yeah. Nice. Wow, that's going to be good. Coming up momentarily. But guys, I do have another question for you. I know you really enjoyed the first trivia, so I'm going to give you another one. You're at a tournament. Okay, you're at a tournament. Your opponent is 5 minutes late for your pool match. But your opponent does show up. He comes. But when your opponent shows up, the referee turns to you and he says, "Do you want to take the win, or do you want to play the match?" He's right there. Your opponent's right there. He's shown up. You know. And are you taking the win free, or are you going to play the match since they came? Answer in the chat, guys. Let's get talking about it. Tournament match. Are you taking the free win, or are you going to play? They're right there. They're like, "Hey, man, I'm really sorry I'm late. Can we play?" But the ref gives you the choice. If you say it's up, it's a wrap. You move forward in the bracket, or you can play the match. What are you doing? Let me know in the chat, guys. What would you do? What would you do, K-Wiz?
It depends who the opponent is. If it's like me or Arson Ash, I'm like, "Oh, sorry, man. Like, I'm just trying to adhere to the rules, and like the guy said you're late, and I there's nothing. I'm sorry, there's anything I can do about it." But you know, if it's like my first or second game against the guy who, you know, he didn't expect to, you know, go very far in the tournament, and he's just here to have fun and he wants to compete. You know, he's learning. I'll be like, "No, sure, we'll play." It definitely depends. It definitely depends who I'm playing. You know, if it's. And then what I'll do is I'll screenshot the win I have against me or Arsenal or whatever. I'll be like, "Yeah, I beat them in tournament." You know, like look at this. So
I won 2-0.
Yeah, I won 2-0. There was nothing he could do. He couldn't touch me. So that it 110% depends who I'm playing.
Because some people say, well, it's a big tournament, you know, it's an Evo pool. I'm not taking any chances. It's his fault for being late. I'm taking the win. I've heard people do that. People have done that at Evo. All right, let's go in here. So game 1.
Nice block on the low there. Could have had more with Claudio's new season 4 move, or one of his season 4 moves, Wild Sending 1-2. When he's in Starburst, he gets access to an insane Wild Sending 12 frame punish. Yeah. Okay, Damas consistently punishes like almost all lows with the full crouch sweep, and I feel like at some point, can we catch on to this, please? I like that range he used the kunai from them, makes it unpunishable, and oh my goodness. This is a consistent thing now. He just punishes lows with a full crouch sweep. Running through now, plus frames looking good. Sense Sonic rushing down right now. No punish there, no help me actually that time. I just want to see someone do that. Should be a wall bounce, yeah, and nice to run into, but no, doesn't get the wall again. But back one will get the wall, and this, I thought that was around with the max damage combo, but he takes it anyway. You know, one thing I want to see someone play against Damas, purposely do a low, get a block on purpose, and then block the sweep, because I'm tired of this. The hop, but oh, he went for the back turn shoulder. Did work out. I like the option there. Oh gosh. Oh, the twin pistons. Very nice there. Should go to the wall. This combo. No, drops it. Just do a low. Just do a low. Watch him block it. Oh, side step 3. Looking bad. And he back rolls so he gets the wall slap, but drops the combo, but takes it anyway. Ooh, nice duck. Running 2 to pay the damage. Side step 4. Here come the lows. No, he can't back roll that situation. Too patient. Backdashing was back to the wall. Down 2 doesn't finish the second hit. While sending 1-2, that could have been it with the wall. Down 1-2 plus frames. Running 2 more plus frames. The hop knee, but it's a flow. Oof. That was a little Mayweather gut punch there for a certain Sonic to take that round. And yeah, that was I think the word of the day for that one is scrappy. You know, that one was all over the place. Both players were throwing everything out. But this round, what I want to see is a low that is blocked. Yep, for sure. And then he does the full crouch sweep, and then he blocks the full crouch sweep. That's all I want to see, because I'm tired of and also the throws. Also, we haven't seen many. I mean, there was one break there, but that was literally like the only break we've seen in 2 tournaments of Kunimitsu so far. Yeah. So it's yeah, definitely an interesting one. Kunimitsu is a bit special. Like, she has back turn throw mix-ups, we have to guess, but she also has the one throw, but like her leg goes up as well. It's kind of like Law's one throw where the leg goes up, and that can sort of confuse the brain if you've only like conventionally trained to break throws and you don't know the break for it. So hopefully we get to see more of that moving forward, but I just want to see you know the sweep blocks after a low. That's it. Crazy stuff. All right, so 1-0. Damas has got a little bit of work to do here if he wants to bring it back. That was close. That could have been anyone's game. I mean, still very even here, but so far it's looking like the stream chat was correct in their prediction. But it was close. Like we said, it was close, and he won. Right, that's what they predict. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. So game 2 getting locked in here. Is this still going to be Kunimitsu? I wonder. That was. I can't. Yeah, Kunimitsu won the Forgotten Realm now. Forgotten Realm. Okay.
I mean, it definitely wasn't the character why he lost. You know, there's no reason to switch from that perspective. But I thought maybe he had a different tactic he wanted to go with. So, all right. So, yeah, Forgotten Realm. And whoever wins this, going into the
lower
finals?
bracket final.
Wow. Yeah, the lower bracket final, and the winner of that goes into the matchup against Mr. Streak himself. He's only lost 4 rounds the entire tournament.
Yeah, so the winner here goes on to play Divine Exorcist. And I'm not surprised to see Damas here second with the Kinemitsu, just an outfit change. Like I said, change the outfit, change the mindset.
Indeed.
He does have a jack in the back pocket, but I feel like the character wasn't really the reason he lost there. But the down 2-2 into the floor break, that's a nice optimal combo there as well.
Yep. Pushing to the back one, trying to get the resplat. Oh, he went for the wild standing under the high.
Yeah, it wasn't fast enough there.
It's picked up.
Oh, the empty jump into wild standing 3, and this should be the round.
Down we go.
No, not a good combo, but the low at the end.
He'll take that for sure. Round 2. It's always weird when I don't hear the announcer.
Yeah. 1+2 throws. Does this break the floor?
Right.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
The guarantee 4-2 there. The wild
Look at this.
time.
Great offense. He's just switched it all up since game 1. Wow. 2 straight rounds, and Sonic looking a little bit lost now.
Forward. Big whiff, but no punish from Sonic right now. A little bit hesitant now. Side step 3 is getting so much mileage right now.
Yeah, for real, man. Side step 4. Looking for the 4-3. Trying to catch him stepping or something.
Gets the float, but too high to do anything with it. Nice.
He knows his stuff here.
You're gonna
Down we go.
Yeah, breaks it immediately. Tries to go for a Beyblade, and things are going all over the place right now. Damas in rage, running 2. That would have killed if he wasn't floated.
Oh, there's the low.
Those are the cheeky round ending strings right there.
1-3. We'll get them low enders.
Oh, the mid launcher, the back turn only -12, and no, Kunimitsu's combos are notoriously inconsistent in those situations. Oh, crush, nice. I'm back 3.
Down back 3 again. You've seen that a lot. Down back 3 into while running 2, right? And that happens quite a lot. He's been making it work really well. Oh, and look at this from Damas. Solid comeback in game 2. Look at that. All the momentum on his side, and he just really took control, didn't he? You know, it wasn't about waiting for opportunities. It's like, I'm going in, this is my stage, I'm going to make this game mine. And he really just made Sonic look a little bit uncomfortable in a lot of those exchanges.
Yeah, I mean, those side step 3s are just working like it crazy. I'm not the biggest fan because I think it's side step 4, I can't remember. The move is like on the reactable scale, so seeing it hit so often is something that boils my blood.
Yeah,
but I do need to see more of that, or just the hop kicks, just to calm it down if you feel like one's coming, because you know it's really not being. And one thing as well, I don't mind him maybe just going for a Rago hop kick here or there, because we're seeing that Damas's punishment is not really up to snuff right now. You know, when he blocks lows, he's doing full crouch sweeps. When he blocks certain things, like he's not getting maximum punishes. So I wouldn't mind seeing a bit more aggression coming out here from Sonic.
Sure. I think you know, it's a situation of it is high stakes. They're in the losers semis. You know, they want to get that spot next in the losers final and grand final. So there's probably some nerves at play here. And then there's that thing where you don't expect them to keep doing it. You know, I think sometimes that plays a role. You're thinking about other things that they might throw out, and then again, oh, you got me again. Oh, damn it. And oh, again, you got me again. I'm going to go for something. I got a counter hit that time, and sometimes that can happen. You know, especially in short sets. So. But I know what you mean, because you think like, well, by a certain number of hits, they're ready now. You know, they're going to be prepared for it. But Tekken is a massive game. There can be so many, there can be hundreds of things that they could do, right? So I think that it's one of them things where he just wasn't prepared. But maybe a bit of unfamiliarity as well. You know, maybe not used to facing the character that often. So a little bit of ill-preparedness in that sense. But yeah, let's see what happens. Final game. Definitely... for a spot in that losers final, and I know Divine X is going to be watching on with beady eyes to see who takes this one.
Yep. Also, like a bigger share of that prize pool as well. The more games you win from this point, everything, this is where you're in the money right now. The more you win, the more money is up for grabs, the more you get to take home with. But for some people, it's all about that pride of winning anyway. So I do want to see
wanna be the
Sonic take
champion.
this. This was the name I was tipped about that you need to watch in tournaments like these. So let's see if he can live up to his. Never mind, he just gets off me.
Here we go.
Oh, set to counter hit as well. This is a great start here for Damas.
Man, looking really strong.
The twin pistons from out of
pistons.
nowhere. Build starburst with the combo. Running to big whiff though.
Okay, 1, 2, 2. Oh, go for the throw.
Set
Oh,
to get
caught
some
him.
flow. I don't think this is dead, but goes for a reset. No duck.
Oh man.
Oh, the rage drive. Very nice. This should go to the wall. No, just shy. We can still win this round with a few hits plus frames. The block.
Oh my gosh, so close. Wow.
That block really came out of nowhere. Very nice there from Damas. Great awareness. And he actually did the while standing punish for once, which is nice to see.
Yeah. He's really mixing up his Setsu Nagake mix-ups here. He went for the 2 before, the mid. He's going for the 4 now. Again, another mid, and he's also using the slide sometimes. So yeah.
Nice punish from the back.
I mean, you have to with Kunimitsu, right?
Again,
That's literally everything she has. So.
Nice punch from the back 10 getting down to 2. And again, the sweep. Again, the unblockable.
Damn.
This is...
Wow, what a turnaround from what we expected.
Oh my god, the low again. Oh, look at all of these lows. Sent Sonic not like this. Right into the plus frames. Doesn't mean anything if you can't get this round.
No.
Okay, but the hop kick. Like I said, I want to see more aggression, more Raggo. You need it right now.
Yes, a little bit more. Got to inject that aggression there. Keep your opponent guessing. Down back 4.
Punish on the shoulder. 1+2 throw back turn. What's the follow-up
One
here?
more hit's going to do it here for Dharma.
Up 3. You needed that.
And that's going to be it. Straight into Rage Art. No funny business.
Yep.
Just going to do what takes the damage. Like the Quincy, Uryu Ishida bow to take the round. All right, so looking for the launch.
Oh my, it's just the low is whenever Damas needs to keep opening, it is just that low right there, and you see like Sonic isn't doing anything about it. One throw not broken. If he back throws, he's dead. For the get up 3, but doesn't get the pickup. Things are not looking good right now. No whip punish there as well.
He's got Rage Drive. He's going to get to use it though.
Running
2. Pressure to the wall now. Oh, and Damas takes it. Man, the back 2 to close it looked like.
That's insane as well, considering how Sonic looked so good in that first game.
Yeah.
The adaptation from Damas, like what was working were the lows. You know, the lows, every low was hitting. Like even the reactable lows, Sonic can't do anything about his getting hit by them. And then just like that, he takes it, and Damas moves on into the. I mean, if you told me beforehand from when we started, I'm sure we see in the bracket in a small moment that Damas would be the one to end in our lowest bracket final from his first game. I wouldn't have believed you because
is that the first time the poll has not been right?
I think so. I think it's the first time our poll has been incorrect, and the bracket will show us just how wrong, you know, you guys are. What are the voted for Sonic?
I mean, they have a good percentage though. I mean, I think they're like on a 95% correct guesses so far, so we'll give them that one. But there we see it down at the bottom, 2-1. Damas takes it over Sonic, who did have the stronger start in that 7. He moves forward to face off against Divine Exorcist for a spot in the grand finals.
Yeah, Divine Exorcist. So this is literally a run back for him. The person that put Damas in losers bracket the first round of this top 8 now gets another chance to rectify his mistake, you know, see what lost him the game, focus on those things and take it back. I feel like Divine Exorcist might go straight for the last because that's what got him the win the last time. Or maybe he'll go for the Claudio, thinking ahead to his game against fightinggm, because as Claudio is really what put him ahead there. So keep that character warm and ready to go. And he did just see Damas Damas win against the Claudio, so that might play on his mind. We want to know what you guys at home think. Make sure you put your predictions to see who you guys think are going to take this one and fightinggm in the finals.
And if you guys want to get involved in the next Open Series tournament, make sure you head on over to compete.playstation.com and sign up for the amazing tournaments for multiple games. I mean, whatever you're into, you know, whether it's FIFA, whether it's NBA, whether it's Gundam, whether it's Tekken, Guilty Gear. There's also Auto Chess. I mean, everything's on there. So head on over to compete.playstation.com and get involved in the monthly series. the open series for the monthly tournaments. Yeah, definitely.
I'll definitely be checking out their Guilty Gear Strive ones as well. I'm really getting into that game. As of late, I have a lot of fun playing that game.
I think right now there's a 10v10 happening, and North America versus EU 10v10 is happening.
Yeah,
so,
like they've been doing because of the netcode in that game. They've been doing a lot of different things. They've been doing I know there was Japan versus NA. They're doing Japan versus Korea. EU. It's just really nice to see like you know what great netcode can do for a game and like uniting a community. Because especially since how COVID sidelined a lot of offline events.
Oh wow, look at that! The results are in 54% to Damas.
People have been shaken.
Slightly edging.
So people last time it was okay. Actually, I don't think we did. We were able to get a vote for these two, and now it's Divine Exorcist. So people think Damas is looking good right now. He's going to actually win on the run back. So let's see how that goes. I'm not too sure about that. Divine
I feel like
Exorcist.
the Kunimitsu's been warming up very slowly and slowly and surely warming up in this tournament. So if there's any time to get it going, it's now. Losers final. You want to get it all started. But yeah, he looked. I don't know. It wasn't random frenzied attacking. It was very calculated movement and execution and very deliberate. So I did like the style of Kunimitsu that he used in that last set. So yeah, let's see what's going to happen. Damas versus Divine Exorcist.
Straight for the last again. No surprises.
Not even bothering with the Claudio.
I mean, it's interesting to think, like the person that put Divine Exorcist in losers bracket, lower bracket, the only person that he lost to today was fightinggm. So, with that in mind, it's like, I feel like that speaks to his skill level so far, getting this far. And I think before Divine Exorcist had an unbeaten streak, right, as well when you looked at his player card. So the only person that's taken out in one of these tournaments has been fightinggm. So
right, yeah,
that is something to think about going into this, but go straight for the Lars instead of the Claudio. Just much prefer this matchup character-wise, and it starts off with a great block there in the set 3. And we shouldn't be going toward this combo. It is Lars after all. No, just shy.
All right, so fightinggm is going to be watching this one on. He's going to be facing one of these in grand finals. Very aggressive start here from Divine Exorcist.
Yeah,
there's like pressure on. He goes for the kunai.
And that was actually quite smart there. I think the kunai from the range where he couldn't be punished did back two just in case he tried to retaliate.
Oh, sick.
Oh, but the ducks were high initially the first round for Divine Exorcist. Punch in the face.
Guaranteed. And that will do it.
I mean, Divine Exorcist was picking up right where he left off from in their last battle, but Damas should be ready for this.
You tried to block the low there. I saw Lars with the duck. There's a punish. 1, 2, 2.
Oh,
nice low parry. So on point.
So we go to the wall. Unfortunately, the combo there, but there it is. Random hot me.
Up 4, 3. You gotta use it.
Nice. It's a combo anyway. It's hard to do that with a pickup from that situation, but still gets it. Down back. All rage available now for Divine Exorcist. Are we going to see it? Yes, we are.
There we go.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
That is an option and a half.
Oh, sick.
One there that actually does clear on blocks. You can't duck the second hit. Back to Power Crush to say, stay away from me. Nice low parry.
That's a good read on when Damas likes to go low. Great wall carry off that as well.
One for not broken. And nice. When you're back into the wall like that, that is guaranteed to be back, bro.
Back 4, 3.
Rage available for Divine Exorcist.
Blocked.
Punish. Or just whip the throw and the rage drives collide.
Oh my god.
Damas looking way better than he did in their winner's side game. The Divine Exorcist not going to let this one go home without a fight. Forward 4 there. Alright, getting the pressure going now. He's forcing Damas to block and take the situation, but gets hit by a counter hit there. Does not work out.
Yeah, the 3-4 caught him. Not sure what he tried to do there.
And I'm seeing Divine Exorcist's punishment isn't fantastic right now. Lars gets great punishes on a lot of these moves. Knockdowns and plus frames, but just not getting it right now.
And that's only going to build confidence to Damas once he cottons onto that, because obviously it allows him to have a bigger, wider variety in his repertoire.
Oh, here
Look
comes
at this
that
now. Trying to express himself.
And the rage drive again.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Wow.
You know what? That's interesting.
Wow, I did not expect that.
When you watch their winners side game, it went the first round was clear for Divine Exorcist, and the second round was final round, final hit. You know, mix up slow-mo situation, right? It seemed like the longer the game went on, the better Damas was playing, and it sort of came down to, I feel like if Damas had won that game and gone on, I feel like he could have taken it. I feel like the Lars is starting to lose effect, and I feel like it's time for Divine Exorcist to pull out the Claudio. We saw how well the Claudio did against fightinggm, so I feel like you keep that out, go for it, and you should be able to close this out. But the people at home said that Damas is going to take this, and they were wrong the last time. They're going to be wrong twice in a row. I think that's quite unlikely.
That's true, actually. You make a good point about how Claudio did do a lot better. Against fightinggm than the last did. Like a lot better, right? It looked like he was even going to take the game. I mean, he had that chance where he could have really whiff punished the whiffed power crush, and could have maybe taken the game from that opportunity. So yeah, maybe the Claudio is a better option here. But Damas has just done some. He's done something different. He's done some hindsight thinking. He's looked at his losses and he's thought, okay, this is what I need to change. And because he's really looking like a different kind of player right now. There's a lot more control. There's a lot more general confidence in his gameplay, which seemed to be missing in the beginning. And he's able to create opportunities in windows where he wasn't doing that earlier on. So I'm not sure if he just wasn't warmed up yet. Maybe that can happen. You get into the tournament first match of the day, cold hands and all that, and then it takes a while. I mean, this is why it's always interesting to see what happens when you have a double elimination bracket, because there are players that can really, I mean, this guy may be going into the grand finals. Someone who lost the very, very first match is looking like he might be in with a chance to take the whole tournament. So, yeah, very interesting to see how this is all unfolded.
Yeah, and it's also what makes this game so much special, so much more special as well, as you're playing in the lower bracket final against the person that put you into that lower bracket. You've taken out every other challenge to get to this point, and now you get your chance to have revenge and then go against fightinggm in the grand finals. So this is really Damas' chance to sort of grab this game by the horns and finish him off. But I'm very much expecting a Claudio pick here from X to try and finish this one off, because the Lars just didn't seem to cut it. Then cut it against fightinggm and started to look a little bit shaky even in their winner side game earlier on. So if there's any time to switch, I would say it's now.
Damas has been preparing for this. He lost in that first game in top 8, and he was like, I'm going to get my run back. He's been going through every single player in top 8. This is like game of death. Man's going upstairs. Man's going through all the floors to make sure he gets that run back. And it's really, really cool to see him make it here and go into the lead now 1-0, putting Sonic on the back foot and making him have to think about what needs to happen here.
Yeah, I mean, he just took out Sonic, the Claudio player I was told to watch before this event. So, that's definitely a good vote of confidence going up against another strong Claudio player we've seen today. So we're getting into the game now, and I'm hoping we see that Claudio pick here from Exorcist if we want to see this one be close, because Lars just stopped cutting.
Staying with Lars? I respect it. Lars, Divine Exorcist, man. Staying with Lars, wow.
I definitely respect it. I don't know if it's the right move, though, but I definitely respect it.
I don't know. I kind of agreed with you about I felt Claudio. I know Sonic wasn't able to get the job done, but I think there was enough data there to understand what needs to be done. And like you said, he did do much better with Claudio versus fightinggm, and that says something too.
So we are going into it. This is the second game, potentially the final game, if Damas continues this strong presence. I mean, I feel like once Damas has finally let loose, with the side step force coming out, the big lows, the full crash down 4-3, so it's become really hard for anyone to get back in the game. We saw it against Sonic. We're seeing it here against the Divine Exorcist, someone who was favored to do very well, the top 2 placer.
It's just displaying a lot of variety with the character as well, which is hard to get around if you're not as familiar as you could be. So, the side step 4. No break on the 1+2.
1-2.
Yep. Just her little twin pistons.
No launch in the lightning streak, but the 1+2 is not broken.
1+2 break, yeah.
Not the worst thing in the world. Oh, they're back to no. Again, huge punish. That could have been also, that could have been dead, but nice block and punish. And the weird side switch doesn't mess up Divine Exorcist there. He still takes the round. No launch again on the lightning. Great low.
Great low parry. He's been getting a lot of those.
Yeah, this is looking really good right now.
That was that throw you talked about.
Set 2. I mean, Divine Exorcist has just completely switched up his play style right now.
Yeah, he switched it up. is looking really, really going for the up 3-4. Doesn't get it though.
No punish again. That's really costing Divine Exorcist not getting these punishes again.
Doing all right though, considering.
Down for one takes
Two
it
straight
though.
rounds, looking strong.
I mean, instead of switching character, Divine Exorcist just decided to switch and play way more aggressive
Tactics.
Yep. Do not let Damas get started. That is the name of the game right now.
Yep. Doing really well at that too.
You see, like, he's taking very little seconds of, like, he'll do a move, maybe go minus backdash and head right back in. He's not giving Damas a chance to start.
Damas lines him up for the wall here. He's going to try and get an opportunity here. Let's count it though, and there's a float. Divine Exorcist looking really good for the second game. What a turnaround after that first one.
Goes the back one, gets a float. Is this the round? Yes,
wow. It is. Body bag round that was.
Now
1-1. Divine Exorcist looking so strong now.
I actually have a lot of respect for Divine Exorcist there. Having the faith in the last to just completely switch things around. It wasn't about the character, it was just the way he was playing. He realized that and he was able to take a no-round brown after what was almost a convincing win there for Damas. He switches that around and we go into a final game here where now the onus is on Damas to make something happen because that was a convincing win and he will have momentum going into the final game.
It really was a one-sided affair. I mean, he just looked like we were like, no, man, he should pick, he should pick Claudio. This isn't a good idea. But he proved us wrong and went in with Lars, and he clearly done some revision, in the break there as the second game was loading. He had turned everything around. He was way more efficient up close, and he wasn't falling prey to the counter hits that Damas was using in the first game. And now I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe the stream chat were right. That 56% is accurate. But it looks really, really difficult now for Damas.
It's very much like beforehand, every time he's played against Damas, he's picked Lars straight away. He clearly has a plan for the character, and I feel like he's sticking by that, and we saw that it finally worked. Maybe didn't get a chance to execute in the game before that, but definitely executed this time, and we're going to final game with Damas on the back foot, and is going to have to make something happen if he wants to take it. But you have to think, right, for either player right now, maybe they're just fighting for second place right now because fightinggm has been absolutely insane leading up to this, only losing a total of 4 rounds.
He's got a streak.
Yep.
He's got like a ranked, he's acting like this is a ranked match tournament. He's got like a ranked streak in tournament, and he's still building on that as well. I think he's on an 18 win streak now. So yeah, it's going to be cool if he doesn't lose it throughout the whole thing. Absolutely insane.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big statement to walk away with. And if you are someone who thinks you can one day challenge a fightinggm streak, make sure you sign up at compete.playstation.com, get involved and take part in tournaments like this. Are we going to see a character switch? I was thinking about it.
Jack 7. Wow.
I was thinking about it. I was saying he does have the pocket Jack that he could go to, and it's finally pulled it out here. And it's last chance saloon. And it looks like Jack was probably the main before Kunimitsu. You see more wins, is a higher rank, so this might be exactly what he needs to
brought the big boy out to play. Let's see what he can deliver here in game 3. All right, down back 1, the classic.
And honestly, I feel like Jack is in a much better place this season. With buff damage on his lows like down back 1, with his forward 1 Jack from tracking getting increased back to almost season 1 levels. Forward 2 increased damage. I feel like this character's in a good spot right now.
Yeah, it really is. Very, very strong character. Nice block on the low. Oh, and again. The classic low parry. Divine Exorcist always on point with those.
The tool ducks a throw, and there's the lightning streak. This is going to be the round for Divine Exorcist.
Great punish on the whiff throw there with the up forward 3. Divine Exorcist looking good. Round 2.
No punish there. Again, that's one thing I'm seeing from Divine Exorcist. His block punishment, his whiff punishment is really letting him down right now.
Yeah.
And, against someone like Damas, it might be okay with, but if he does win this and go against fightinggm, that's
a jackhammer.
He's definitely
looking for it now. And Divine Exorcist just being really careful, not giving Damas any comfortable positioning at all. And look at this, just like that. Goes up 2 rounds very quickly here. Damas is in trouble.
5 rounds straight right now as well. I know the up block does not reach as a punish. It's actually a move that's actually very difficult to punish for most of the cast, actually.
Trade. Really unfortunate for Damas. He would have been happy to get that launch.
He needs the damage.
Oh man, this is looking like Jack may not have been the one.
I mean,
Too late now, though.
Maybe you just do what Divine Exorcist did. Instead of switching characters, you switch your play style. But
tactics, yeah. Everything getting blocked that matters. Oh, and the interrupt. Great stuff from Divine Exorcist.
ooh, that would have been almost it if you got the full launch for that.
Oh, look at the debug.
He tried it.
Didn't get it, though.
He's looking bad right now in the 4-4-3. And there it is. Divine Exorcist takes that 6-round streak. That first round did not matter, and Divine Exorcist will get his run back on fightinggm. But I do have to say, like, a huge congratulations to Damas, defying all the odds, losing first game, making it this far to low bracket final. Very, very good showing.
Big shout outs to Damas. Third place. No one saw it coming. I mean, he looked really good for grand finals seating in that first game. But yeah, big shout outs to him. He goes home with third place here. Does get that nice payout as well. So yeah, his work is done here. Big shout outs to, and actually big shout outs to all the top 8. Of course, we're now down to the grand finals, but a massive shout outs to everyone that entered in the tournament today, and for those top 8 guys who qualified. Really good showing all round.
Yeah, definitely good. To see all these players coming out, names I've never seen before. Damas is someone who's definitely going to be on my radar now, you know, after such a strong performance like this. And I think that's the one thing that's been, you know, the upside of the COVID, the time of fighting games, as we take a look at through the brackets, is, I mean, you're seeing a lot of names that you wouldn't have seen otherwise, because, you know, you get to, you know, it's all online. You don't have to go anywhere.
Right.
You know, all you need is an internet connection and a PlayStation, and, you know, you get to come out and compete in these tournaments. And some players have made a name through mostly online tournaments. You know, you have someone like, we have Pika over in Europe, who's someone who's competed mainly in online tournaments and completely made a name for himself and become one of the scariest players to deal with in Europe, mainly off online tournaments. He has competed offline as well, but, you know, that online has really been where he's made his name for himself. And you too can be someone who might make their name online if you do sign up and get involved at compete.playstation.com. But here it is, Ryan.
Grand finals time. We've been waiting long enough. Is the streak going to be broken? fightinggm has not lost a single game. In any one game, the most he's ever lost is 2 rounds. No one's even able to get that 3rd round, but is that going to change here in the grand finals against Divine Exorcist? Who knows? What character are we going to see? Are we going to see the Lars, who's been quite effective in these latter stages, or are we going to see the Claudio? Because that could happen too. Nonetheless, it does look like fightinggm is really prepared for this. He hasn't looked like anyone has been a serious threat. All his mix-ups are working tremendously well. But what do you guys think watching this at home? Let us know. What do you think? Vote on who you think will win this grand finals. Obviously, fightinggm probably the favorite here, but what do you think the percentages are? Does anyone believe Divine Exorcist has a fighting chance here against fightinggm?
See, I would
see what the pulse is. What do you reckon?
Normally, I'd say it'd be like something like 90% in GM's favor, but when it gets to the results, people are like 56 and 70s. So it feels like people aren't confident. In their vote. So I'm gonna say 90 anyway, because I think the chat seems to be so vocal in his support. But if it turns out, you know, you guys aren't saying it, you're just, well, a lot of you guys are fake, because you say it, but you're not actually putting the money on the line. You're not actually voting, so you don't truly believe that he's gonna take it. Yeah, I do believe that GM should have this one in the bag, but I think
80-something%. But yeah, with that said, we've got the player cards ready, so let's hop in and check those out. And yes, there we have it.
The
Divine Exorcist versus fightinggm. Both have 10 wins. Divine Exorcist with that 1 loss, very close in win ratios here, 91% over 100. And fightinggm with that strong win streak going into this one.
I mean, you have to keep in mind, like, that 1 loss Divine Exorcist took was to fightinggm. They were both undefeated coming into this event. And I think the story had to be that these two meet in the grand finals, right? So can Divine Exorcist at the very least do a bracket reset and put a blemish on that record? Will fightinggm continue with that 100% win record? 85%. That's the highest we've had.
Definitely in the 80s. Wow. I mean, we knew that GM was going to be the heavy favorite here. 85%. He's earned that throughout his performance in this tournament. He's shown everyone that, hey, he's the man to beat right here. That style is looking really effective. He just doesn't ever look uncomfortable or unaware of a scenario, and yeah, definitely the one to beat here in this tournament.
And just in case anyone is confused, it's still best of 3, still first of 2 actions. So if Divine Exorcist does want to reset the bracket and put fightinggm on the back foot. He does have to win one first or two, then the bracket is reset, and then another one. But fightinggm has all the time in the world to play with. Right now has a full set to play with, and then maybe another one if he decides to lose it. But to me, he's looking primed, ready to go. He's not playing around. He's playing his strongest right now. He's doing all of the mix-ups, everything the right way. Not playing. We saw that earlier today in EU, didn't we, Ryan? We saw people playing with their food and ended up losing their game,
paying the big, heavy price for it. In the lower third on the screen, you see the results. For those of you that may have missed the bracket earlier, you can check out some of the things that happened here in this North American finals for the month. And it is going to be, and all of the GM Fizzle ones will be 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. But yeah, grand finals coming up momentarily. fightinggm versus Divine Exorcist. I think we're going to see the Claudio. I feel like we're going to see the Claudio.
I feel like Claudio is the pick that he simply has to go for here, considering that was the last did not work at all in the one game that he tried. And the Claudio, he came close. All he had to do was launch the Dark Power Crush.
Man,
didn't do it.
I think he's going to get a game. I'm going to put it on the line. I think he'll get. I don't know if he'll win, but I think he's going to get a game. Probably the first game. I think first game Claudio. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I might be wrong here. But guys, let's get it. It's going to be the grand finals of the PlayStation Tournament Open Series monthly final here for Tekken 7 in the North American region. fightinggm versus Divine Exorcist, who's going with Lars. Much to Kwis's dismay here by the expression on his face. It is not Claudio. It is not Claudio. It's only best of 3. So this is a big one. This is literally half of the tournament bracket given away here if the last pick does not work out. So here we go. Game 1 about to get underway. Let's get it.
This is also an exact repeat of the first game of their winners final match.
Same stage
and everything. Right?
Yeah. So. All right. What has he learned is the question. Back 4 clips him. fightinggm now looking to close this one. We're on a 20 win streak here. Nice block.
And
the slide. Opening confidently, fightinggm.
I mean, one thing I'm seeing so far is, Divine Exorcist, the whiff punishment, block punishment still isn't on point. I think it was a bit better with the Claudio, so.
Alright. So fairly. Gets the pick up. And that's going to be the round, isn't it? Over to the wall we go.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
The wall finishes the job.
Wall.
I don't know. I really don't know how I feel about this. I feel like Claudio even does better, like matchup wise, rather than just how the player is playing characters. So
I feel like better as the tournament progresses, which is always a scary proposition when someone is very dominant as well. But this is a good start here for Divine Exorcist here in round 2.
Going for the mix-up. Fancy stuff is. If this doesn't work, he's going to regret that immediately.
Leaving damage on the table, not the preferred option. Generally speaking.
Is he going to get around? And then we go around the 5th round. fightinggm has lost in this top 8 bracket.
Wow. Look at this. Round opener. Not going for the tech trap this time. Taking the guaranteed damage.
Oh, no break on the regular throw.
It was a weird one. It sort of threw him out of his button. I'm not surprised that one worked, actually.
And Divine X is very close to taking another
someone
round here.
Who finally doesn't crouch by the wall.
It. Divine X
is my guess going to come to fruition? I predicted first game Divine Exorcist. Let's go. Oh, no power crush.
Is fightinggm going to actually... Oh, the acid rain, very nice. Actually lose a game.
Oh, and he caught him. The slide tackle bait into the while standing 2-3 again. Getting all the damage that time.
Oh, but the counter hit. This is going to be the round for fightinggm. Yep. Okay.
Woo! 2 rounds each here.
Yeah, this is exactly what Divine Exorcist needs. And it is a big vote of confidence for his last, to be honest. But the lightning screw
throws it out and launches him with the up 4-3 over at the wall now. Shoulder block. Yep, max damage. Trying to get another wall flat. fightinggm now, trying to keep the streak alive.
And it's looking really dire for the streak. Whilst they do punish. Punish again. He gets a knockdown on that. Ooh. The power crush. Back for count. This isn't going to be the round because the side was going to mess it up. No, it is.
Oh, the down 3. Those long, lanky legs got bare range. And fightinggm takes the first game. The last pick, not a bad one. I got to say, did better than we both expected, but definitely fightinggm just too strong in the moment. And gets that clutch counter hit to close it with the down 3 off the wall like Vans. And takes the lead here.
Yeah, I'm just seeing too many missed opportunities from Divine Exorcist. Too many chances for punishes missed. Too many block punishes missed. Too many whiff punishes missed. And against someone like fightinggm, you cannot leave that damage on the table. You have to take him out. Then when we get an opportunity, he could have realistically won that game there. And now he actually has a really difficult choice ahead of him. Before, he had the same thing against Damas. He can switch characters and go to the Claudio, which I believe has performed better today. Or against Damas, he stuck to the Lars. He switched the way he played, and he managed to take it. But I don't know, the Claudio technically won a game if he had got the whip, the duck punish correctly, but he didn't. And I don't know, like that's been the day for Divine Exorcist, just miss punishes all over the gaff.
I agree with you. I mean, I do feel like the Claudio would have been the better pick. Lars didn't do badly, though, so I don't want to fault him too heavily on that. But it was just certain exchanges where he wasn't able to... I mean, the situation at the wall where he had, you know, the read on the wall standing 2-3, but there was no opportunity for him to punish. I mean, you've got to get those. When you've got big reads like that, you've just got to get the max damage, you know? I did agree with him going for the max wall damage, not going for the tech catch anymore. Yep. But yeah, it's really difficult. And also nerves are a thing here. I can see that there's a little bit of hesitation, you know, there's a little bit of reluctance to commit in certain situations, and fightinggm is just full throttle. He's just going all in. So here we go, game 2, potentially the last game of the tournament and a streak reserve if fightinggm can seal the deal here in game 2. But it's Lars again. There is no character switch. It is Divine Exorcist with the second last pick. The first game was close. Let's see what happens here on Island Paradise. Grand Finals, game 2.
I respect the decision. I don't know if it's the right decision, but I respect his ability to choose to make this decision. But it's not one that I would make, and I hope Divine Exorcist is able to prove me wrong, because I've really enjoyed his time in this tournament.
Trying to start off aggressive here, trying not to let fightinggm assert himself too much while avoiding counter hits at the same time. Not an easy proposition by any stretch. But here we go.
Again, -13 can have big punishes, just missing out on them. Great low parry. I think with a balcony break, he might be able to kill. No, I think he still lives. Yeah. And again, the music changed already. And the love.
And I have to say that Divine Exorcist has some of the best low parrying reads that we've seen in this entire tournament. I mean, against everyone, you know, not just against fightinggm now, but literally in all his matches, he's so on point with those.
The downforward one out of nowhere. They should go to the wall as well.
Keeping it unpredictable. I like it.
But gets the wall bounce
as well.
He misses the combo.
And he hits really piling on the pressure here. Making fightinggm fight for every hit now.
Now for 1, 2 now. 172 gets nothing. 171, and Divine Exorcist gets another round here.
Right, so maybe there's a bit more fight in Divine Exorcist after all. This might not be over yet.
Okay. Down 3 into another one again. And
the
fightinggm is just playing with him at this point. Like, he just played a complete game. The tiny mix-up. He takes this round just
Is he just trolling the whole time? That is the question here. Is he just lulling him into a false sense of security? And now he's going to just do away with him once and for all.
I mean, I don't know if he'll regret that.
Well, he's got a lot of games to play with, let's be fair.
That's true. And Divine Exorcist is looking really good in the second game. Down 4-1. This is going to be huge damage. I'm going to put fightinggm in rage if he gets the wall, but he doesn't again. Oh, messed up a slide.
Oh, that could have been it.
And there it is.
Finally, the first game of the tournament. fightinggm falls here to Divine Exorcist, and it's now 1-1.
He actually can bleed. It's insane. I wasn't sure he was human for a second. I wasn't sure he could lose for a second, because the way he'd been taking care of everyone was kind of insane. But there it is. fightinggm actually loses a game, and we're going to a third game here. And it is a final game before the reset. We either have a tournament winner or one more set to go. And fightinggm.
I like the last pick so far. I think it's good. Even that first game, it was mad close. Even though he lost, it was still like 2-2 and then final round, didn't it? And then this time, he added a little bit more. He sprinkled in a bit more Cajun spice on his offense. And look at that. It was sick. So I'm not sure we've seen the last of Divine Exorcist in this set.
I feel like we need to just stop doubting his Lars at this point, because every time we say switch to Claudio, he doesn't, and then he wins the game. So I think this one's all up in the air. And it's interesting as well, because this was the most confident the chat have been in a win, and one of the closest games fightinggm has had so far. But I do feel like, it's just one game. The first one you lose. No one's infallible.
It's also final hurdle syndrome where like you're at the end, right? The checkered flag is within reach, and it's just that last stretch that's so difficult. And I think fightinggm might be feeling the effects of that. He's essentially won everything, and he just needs to win this. And he won the first game, and he just needs that one more game, and that is kind of slightly out of his reach right now. But let's see, can Divine Exorcist get the big reset? Because that would be big. We'd go back to 0-0. Or is it all over right now and fightinggm's going to take it? What do you guys think in the chat? One, if you think fightinggm's going to wrap it up right now and pack it up. And two, if you think Divine Exorcist has got a reset in store for us. Let me know in the comments, guys.
I mean, fightinggm has elected to switch characters here, going from the Violet to the League. So I feel like that means he's serious now. He's all business.
Serious business now.
Wants to end this now.
All right. He wants to win right here, right now. Good old Far Cry Ram stage. But enough playtime with you. Playtime has ended.
Oh no, down for 2-1 out of nowhere.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Divine Exorcist is building confidence here. Look at this, K-Wiz.
Oh no, look at this right now. Has the life. He finishes the string. Acid Rain punish. Could have had more, but just wants to flex. Punish that. Nice. Cool launch there.
Put it all on the line, mate. Yeah, he was going for the Hail Mary.
The
slide and doesn't get a punish.
That is the epitome of everything I've been talking about, Ryan. A slide, he goes for wild standing 2 instead of a wild standing 4 float and ends up losing the round because of it. He could have had that round, Ryan.
Oh man. And look at this. And now fightinggm's all over him. Look at this slides and everything. A second one. Are we going to go for a third?
Oh, again, no punish. He's going for the low. That's not a guaranteed punish.
Yep.
Oh, but down for 2-1. He's not out of this yet. Range available as well. Goes for it.
Spends it.
The shoulder, yes. Look at the damage there, Ryan.
This could be
his round. He blocks the low. The infinite kicks. Oh, no.
Tournament point, fightinggm. Looking to close it out here. Divine Exorcist, is he going to pull through and stay alive?
Oh, dude.
Back close here. Oh, looking for the big damage. Doesn't get the 4-4-3 follow-up.
Oh, guess the count here. This is looking like it's all GM right now. I'm calling it now. It's over now, Brian.
Divine Exorcist in big trouble here. Down back
Call
4.
It. Get
trying
the
to get back into the round.
It's
nice
all
positioning
over.
change. He's got fightinggm against the wall.
I'm heading to the morgue now.
The wall's flat. Oh, go! Rage drive, and he takes it. He steals it. It is not over till it's over. Okay, with Divine Exorcist has got a round on the board.
I'm still calling it.
Time of death. All right, there we go. Down back 4 now. Up forward 4, catches him ducking. You cannot read my mix-up, sir, says Divine Exorcist. Look at this. Downstairs we go now.
Almost to the next
Divine
with no screw.
Still in.
No duck from fightinggm.
And GM under a bit of pressure right now.
Okay, the block. While sending 3-3. Infinite kick.
Oh, one more hit's going to do it. Going to tie up the rounds unless GM. Looking for the 4-4-3.
Oh,
great. That was so sick.
I don't think this is dead, but he has a floor break. Doesn't use it while standing 3-3.
Oh, and he doesn't need it because while standing 3-3, he's going to close the set. And fightinggm is your Open Series final Tekken 7 champion here for North America. What an amazing performance. Not losing a single set to anyone. Great stuff to both those players, man. That was hype.
We do have to say a huge shout out to Divine Exorcist, though, someone who I didn't know much going into this. I knew he was an EVA warm-up champion, had won tournaments beforehand in this similar format. One of the best players in Mexico, from what I'm being told, his older brother also in this tournament. So great to see him go all the way. Came into this tournament undefeated, and I feel like you can leave with your head held up high, knowing that the only person you lost to was fightinggm today. You put on a great show. I like how he believed in the laws. You know, most people would have switched. We both would have switched multiple times. He said this, but he continued.
For sure.
He adapted, did so well, and let's see what that makes the bracket look like. Fightinggm.
Really good stuff from both players at the end there. Divine Exorcist can hold his head up high because he may have lost a set, but he won the battle because he took the streak. GM does not get to keep the streak as he leaves the tournament, even though he's the champion. Divine Exorcist did manage to snatch that away from him. But yeah, great set. Both players put on a show, and it really came down to the wire at the end there. I mean, you know, Divine Exorcist really started to pull back some rounds, and it looked like it was going to be close. We might have even been looking at a reset scenario. And if that did happen, who knows what could have happened after that, right? But fightinggm, just the best man on the day, and really, really amazing stuff to him. If you guys want to get involved, definitely head on over, sign up and get involved using the website compete.playstation.com, where there are amazing tournaments happening all the time on all different games as well, with different genres. So yeah, if you want to be part of this, if you want to be the fightinggm for next month, maybe head on over and get signed up to join the action.
Yeah, and so that is going to be it from us on the PlayStation Open Series. Is the finals for July, but don't worry, I'm sure we will be back next month. And obviously we had the Call of Duty yesterday, EU and NA. Today was Tekken, EU and NA, and then tomorrow there'll be Guilty Gear Strive action. So you guys definitely are not going to want to miss that. I certainly am not really loving the game right now. I hope you guys are as well, and I hope you enjoyed all of today's action. And off Ryan,
been really sick, man. Oh my god, just I know we said fightinggm was the man to watch out for all the way through, but a lot of the other guys have been so entertaining as well. I mean, you know, just everyone, the Kunimitsu gameplay, all of the Claudio stuff was great as well, and I really had a great time commentating with you here today, Kawas. It's been an absolute pleasure, and thank you guys in the stream chat for tuning in. Wouldn't be a show without you guys being a big part of this as well, so thank you so much for staying in with us and being a part of it to the very end. Really appreciate your time. But that's going to be it from us here on the broadcast. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Do subscribe onto the channel as well, twitch.tv/PlayStation, for all their monthly open cups, and get involved in the action. Sign up and be a big part of it. I've been Ryan Hart, and this is Kawas, and we'll see you next time. Take care, guys.
I can hold this forever.
Oh.